Going live. Hey, live from my basement. It's Thursday night. Woo! Hey. Welcome to Dave's Imaginations. Dave's Imaginations presents Dark Queen Ascension, The Fate of Fortitude. Ooh. And before we jump into it, why don't we just go ahead? I'm here. Why don't we just go ahead and run our intro? I have sound going, and here we go. Game layout. Okay, so last week we did most of it. And it worked just fine with just being the corner camera because we didn't do a lot on the screen, but there is some screen, and all my guys are shy. That's not true. Not entirely shy. Going over to, let's go over here. Here we are in Foundry. Close that up. Get that out of there. Foundry, the town of Fortitude. So, if we back in time. Going back in time, I know, all my many fans, we finished up Dark Queen Ascension. We stopped Faerun saw the regime. I don't know that I ever fully mastered his last name. I stopped him from doing his ceremony to bring Tiamat. We lost a couple guys. Willingly jumped into the Nine Hells, looking for their lost friend Gloin / Grolgark, and a couple of them didn't. But if we back up 3-ish weeks, there was a fork in the road where our adventurers could have gone and saved their hometown of some of them, hometown of Fortitude. For the many fans, if you look on any map, it's going to be called Thunder Tree. But I've renamed it, or it has been renamed, Fortitude. And because the wizard Symmetrix believes the Thome of Dragons is convinced, after months and months of searching, is convinced the Thome of Dragons is in Fortitude. Hasn't found it. And because no one has come forward with information regarding the whereabouts of the Thome of Dragons, she has called in a favor with Grundlesmirch, General Grundlesmirch of the Green Tide, the general of the Orcish armies, and Grundlesmirch is sending a purple worm to level the town. In advance of that, Symmetrix, although she's evil, still posted saying either leave or we're going to throw you in quarry for your own good. We're going to get you out of Fortitude because I'm going to level it. We're going, unless someone comes forward with information that leads to the Thome of Dragons. Never. Still no information.
Oh, yeah, I seen a tome. Yeah, it was over there.
Yeah.
Out in the deep swamp.
So, Dag shared that information with Zurok. Zurok shared that information with Lidnura, who shared it with the Blackstaff Vajrasfar, who shared it with the Harpers, who had two people volunteer, and I think I have their pictures up here still from last week. Yeah, somewhere. Let's see. That's not them. There's one. Ugwe, our clerical turtle. Admin assistant. No, not an admin assistant. And that's not them. Let's see what else I got here. Who else do I got here? And don't call him Marcel. Darcel. Darcel, our Beastmaster Ranger. Two Harpers answered the call and got some information. You guys know whatever's in the monster manual about purple worms. What you don't know, though, is how they're controlling them. You don't know how they're controlling them. So, go to Fortitude, save Fortitude, stop the purple worms, figure out how maybe they're doing it and try not to die. Kind of. And so to get there...
Your fat tasty?
Don't you wish you could do that? You probably could. There's no way I could.
I don't think so.
Pardon me. So, Darcel and Oogway. What kind of cleric are you? Light?
Peace.
Peace, love, and harmony? Peace?
Peace domain.
Really? Mm-hmm. A peace cleric. Do you know what god you serve?
Lathander.
Lathander. A cleric of Lathander.
I think so. Pretty sure.
So they made their way to Helm's Hold via portal to Helm's Hold, met up with Lidnura, said, oh yeah, well you just go this way to get to Fortitude. And they pretended to be, there was an orc. Somehow, Darcel changed himself into an orc, and Oogway pretended to be healers for a while in Helm's Hold before they left, and they made their way to Fortitude.
Correction. It was Ilmater. Sorry.
Ilmater. Okay.
Alan.
Doesn't. I'm not going to remember that anyway, so. Anyway. You made your way to Fortitude. You ran into Lorne into the woods, and you made it into the Winterstone Temple, the hidden hideout of the resistance of Fortitude.
Force Fortitude.
Force Fortitude. Yes.
Forever!
Yeah! Force Fortitude forever! Woohoo! In the Force Fortitude, if we go to the Winterstone Temple, we'll activate that guy. In the Winterstone Temple, we had Lorne, we have Katota, and we have Zerok, characters that we have played before, that over the course of the last year and a half, through their struggles, have advanced to level 13 with everyone else. And so now we... and I always like to throw in an NPC of Dag. He won't do anything significant unless asked, but
He's good for information gathering.
He's good for I like playing Dag. He's near and dear.
And trinket gathering.
Yeah,
and
Losing
valuables,
items.
valuables gathering.
Having items that you thought you had on your person go
Missing.
missing.
Yes.
I'm not a thief. But you have a lot of interesting stuff.
He's just very good
Yeah.
at sleight of hand.
Right here, a good thing to show is our ranger has a pet boar named
Boris,
Boris,
of course.
and his partner's name Doris. Oh, what a great movie!
Nice reference.
So that's kind of how we left it, right? We left it with you guys. It's 7 days until Worm Day, until the fate of Fortitude. We did have our Katota went to try to gather some information and interrogated a
Red Wizard.
Was it a red wizard or was it a dragon cultist? I think it was a dragon cultist. I think.
I
Challenge the Scribe?
don't remember.
The icon was a dragon cultist. So the token was a dragon cultist. So here's the red wizards. Here is Queen or Symmetrix. Here's Anguish, her partner in crime. But it was one of these guys that wasn't a red wizard. Not that I had in my list. Not that I might have said that and I was just wrong. So, what information did we glean from that dragon cultist? That he didn't know much, I think. It was a fun little encounter, but I don't remember if you learned very much.
We learned about the worm. That was the, like...
Yeah, but I thought you already knew about the worm.
No, we kind of... Because we were kind of working out of order.
Yeah, because the signs didn't say, get out of town because I'm sending a purple worm.
Right.
So you guys learned that there was a purple worm from that.
Right, and then we set the information back, and then they learned it, but we were doing it all out of order.
Yeah, we're all over the place. Yeah, fair enough. And so, any details I should add to our recap of last week? Okay, so here we are. 7 days until Worm Day. Everyone's here in the Winterstone Temple. What are we going to do? Everyone looks at Uguay.
Sorry, I'm
This
this whole thing is blowing up.
Looking at a letter from his daughter.
Yes.
Hey,
All right, fandoms out there, would you let your 14-year-old girl go to a overnight sleepover with a boy?
how many other people are going to be there? Does this matter?
No, except parents, apparently.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Is this
And the boy doesn't like her.
In
I don't want to get into
allegedly.
Monica's business.
In that
what?
way.
Yeah. No.
well?
Likes her enough for a sleepover, but not
Yeah.
supposedly, at least.
Okay, so I was going to ask: is this like
To
an
watch
established
anime. To watch anime.
an established friend who's been around for a while, and
They're in
you know
school
this
together.
kid?
But it hasn't been to your house and hanging out all the time.
Never met him.
Okay.
See, Monica?
Okay. No, that was I was the only I was trying to come up with an exception.
I
a
said yes to
reason.
going over tomorrow night just to hang out for a few hours.
Yeah.
But I needed the phone number, I needed the address. I wanted to talk to the parents, but we talked about that. Then she asked for a sleepover.
That's a no.
That's just a hard no. Yeah. And
Gotta
you know
draw a
what?
line.
Yeah, parents going to be there? Bring her back in the morning. I'll drop her off at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Do you need me to say something?
Well, this is strategy time.
Yes.
So this is... there's been
Dag
conversation.
said, "What are we going to do when we all look?"
So
at
we're
you?"
going to kill the teenage boy. Wait, no.
Well, I have several things that I've sketched in paper.
So, we had some conversations.
Yeah.
I'll read the 4 options that we had. I need to find it.
I like the one with the teleporting. I think that one's a good one.
Oh,
Who the target should be, I think that's still up for discussion. And then the other one, the new one that I had, the last one, poisoning the whole town. I think that's a great idea.
We find some people, capture and interrogate. We hit and run or seed some chaos, poison the town. We pick off or assassinate a few of the red wizards, or all of the above.
okay. I need to amend. I can teleport, but it's me and a willing creature, so not good for abductions.
That's why you teleport the bed underneath, and gravity does the rest.
Is the bed alive? Is it a creature?
To teleport, you have to teleport something living.
That's what yes.
Now you gotta animate the bed.
And make it willing to go.
Oh,
So, sorry.
yeah. Well, I knew there was
I
gonna
can
be
move
some
fast. I can teleport myself, but
I knew
it's
there
got to
was
be a
gonna be
willing
some-
creature.
production.
I can teleport an unwilling creature, assuming they fail a saving throw,
Ah, okay.
but I can only move them like 180 feet.
Only?
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Better than most.
assuming I'm 90 feet away from them.
Wait, so you don't even have to be standing next to him?
It's at the 90-foot range, so I can teleport someone 90 feet on one side of me to 90 feet on a different side of me.
Whoa. So you could just be like looking at him through the window and go zap, and they're behind
Yep.
you now.
Nice.
That's
If they fail their saving throw.
If they fail their saving throw.
Cool.
Yes, that is a key component.
Okay, but even if they pass, do they know something happened? Can you just try again?
You know, that's actually a good point.
Say that again.
Does it?
He
Because
said-
spells tell you if you
they're
fail.
aware, yeah. If they have their back to you and you
If-
just go
if-
zap, and
If they had to do a saving throw, they know.
You know, someone tried to do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fair. Yeah.
I
felt
that
myself
seems
being pulled out of the
reasonable.
Of course, there's always the default option of, full murder hobo. We just start trashing people hand over fist.
I mean, yes. I mean,
Yes, but I
there's
think
nothing
we're more.
for their worm to come to. Then
But I get. Aren't we a little more on the magical side than the brute strength side with this crew?
we're actually pretty well mixed. But yes, I
Yes.
think we're more nimble than we are burly.
Well, Lauren is burly
I'm burly. Like
Yeah.
we're the only two with the high natural ACs.
Right.
and hit points.
You're right, and we're the only hit points over 100.
Ta is definitely built more for like the infiltrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greater invisibility and
And I'm not a tank.
the
Yeah.
disguises.
My guys move real fast and pop them with arrows,
Yeah, my magic
Mainly.
weapon is the spiritual weapon.
and then
I got all
Got a
kinds of
couple.
smites to throw. Divine, greater,
That's a fun
improve,
picture.
Yeah.
searing,
Fireball.
blinding. No fireballs. But lots of smites.
The smites are fun. What's the one you use as a reaction is a lot of fun. Because like they hit you and then you turn around and just like flatten them.
So is anybody partial to one? Murder hobo,
No.
say aye. Okay.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
Kidnapping, say aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple
Aye.
votes are okay.
Yeah. Good idea.
And then the
General chaos.
what was the third one? The third one was the
Plant rubber trees throughout the house.
Assassinate.
assassinate.
Well,
Okay, we'll
pick
put that on
off.
the board. Assassinating, I think that's good. Like rebel sorties.
Right.
Hit and run.
I'm okay with that one.
And like that and
Battle of
seeding
attrition.
chaos can be.
could also
So the kidnapping
be a
one.
second option if the
The
kidnapping
thing
goes
is,
Ken,
wrong.
what are you partial to?
You're getting away.
I'm partial to the kidnapping plan if we can figure out a way.
All right, so it sounds like kidnapping's got the most traction.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing, assassinating is risky because you have to pull it off, or else it just turns into like murder hobo.
No, we can,
You
we
know.
can still kidnap murder. I mean, there's no
Yeah,
reason-
right.
No, yeah. That's fair.
Kidnap. We never guarantee we would return.
That's
No, we can
okay.
offer them a quick death, or
It did occur to me, like, if we captured Grog,
This from the cleric,
or,
right?
the assistant, like,
the peace domain cleric.
it's not like we're gonna just take him back to town, like, okay, thanks for the information, right?
Peace doesn't mean nice, right? I can use that. So, moving on to kidnapping as our strategy, our plan A strategy. Who do we kidnap?
Grog is the general.
Grog is the general.
And where is he right now?
That would be a great question now that we've gotten some recon. Where does he hang
Because it
out?
was Symmetrix and her
Right, I'm sure
minions
he's
were in the
bivvied
ones in
somewhere else.
the
Tower.
tower.
He's
Yeah.
bivouac somewhere else, I'm sure.
Probably a little easier to sneak up on him than the tower. The tower's probably warded and
A veteran warrior. Maybe not as easy as we want it to
well,
be.
no,
So-
but still higher probability of success than going up against a warded tower with a
Right.
bunch of magic users in it.
We know that Fortitude is
Maybe
due,
he's not even there.
due
we know.
east of
Oh, tag.
Neverwinter, right? Here's Neverwinter. Here's Fortitude.
Yeah.
So just north of Fortitude, a mile or so, is the Neverwinter River, right?
Okay.
That mile stretch is where most of the orc forces have made camp, just north of town. Now they do have camps on every side of Fortitude. So, and I kind of represented that with this.
Okay.
I put a
Yeah.
group on each, but I also made this map today. of an orc encampment.
To represent each of the 4 sides.
No, to represent one of
Whichever the ones we go. Whichever one we go.
So whichever camp you go to, it's this. Hey, Sandbox, it's completely up to you where you go, but all roads
ended up
lead here. No,
Here might be in a different place.
that's only mostly true. So if you want to raid a camp and kidnap somebody,
It's going to look like this.
it's good chance it's here.
But
So
noticed I have fast friends spell. That's kind of cool.
It's a good one. I used that one at the end.
Gives your friends what more.
No,
Make somebody an enemy.
Remember when we went by the dragons? I used fast friends to
Yeah. Like,
convince that cultist to let us.
Oh, okay.
you give them, you charm them into thinking they want to do
They
something.
would. Oh, okay. When,
It's
when my
the-
bluff didn't work,
It's
then
these are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Of the spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also have. I can be super stealthy. In.
I'm sure our ranger can too.
He is
Oh yeah,
amazing.
you are the ranger.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
I was
That
thinking
would be me.
You were the ranger because you've always been a ranger. Here and there.
Yeah, can that ranger make us all stealthy?
Pass without a trace.
Yeah.
It's hide in plain sight.
No, the spell, pass without trace.
Yeah, it's a spell.
It is a spell.
That's nice. I don't have it.
Really? It's a ranger spell.
Sure you
Okay.
do.
Question for the DM.
I'm
How
sure
far
you
away
prepared
is-
that before.
Since we
Grog's
haven't
camp
actually used
from
any
the
yet.
mine.
I would know.
yeah,
Yep, there.
so it's a mile or two from Fortitude to the river. It's another hour walk, probably north of the river, before you get to the quarry.
Actually, as the name implies, it's you're good at stealth if you're not moving. So,
So-
if I can plant myself, then I can hang out and learn
Maybe
stuff,
I didn't
but
hear
not
that right.
sneak in.
So
Someone.
Neverwinter's here. Oh, sorry.
Fortitude.
is here. And then north 1 hour is the.
So the river is only a mile or two away.
Right.
All right, and then an hour walk north of that is the quarry.
Okay. So the army, the quarry, in terms of distance from Fortitude. All right. Nala.
And the army came from the north, right? So that's what you know.
So if we kidnap Grog, they may try to use the prisoners as bait to get Grog back. Or,
Are
leverage.
they gonna know that you kidnapped Grog?
Somebody will come looking for the head honcho at
Okay.
some point.
Knowing our track record for stealth and successfully plan A's, we probably should have a contingency for that. I don't know. What do you guys? Is Grog the right target? I mean, he's definitely going to know something, but will he know how? I mean, if Symmetrix is the one controlling the worms, then he's not going to know. But if one of his animal trainers have trained these worms, then maybe he would.
Right. I don't know. You raise a good point. Go ahead, Ken.
It seems like Symmetrix is more likely, but I think it's still probably worth the risk. Worth the chance on if it is one of his guys.
Well, you know that Grundelsmerch is the one that's sending them.
Right. He's the big guy.
He is the army's general. Grog, I were just saying, is the local
regimental.
Yeah.
But he would know something. I'm guessing.
Grog would know something.
Yeah.
Likely. No, you know.
Well, how much he knows, and it depends on our charisma. Convincing.
Luck.
We'll go.
We
for-
might have to make a luck check.
Well, it's like anything, right? I mean, Grog may know something. He's probably, for all intents and purposes, the the probability of obtaining him is better in the near term than the likely warded tower, wizard's tower. So it's a process of elimination, right? Start with Grog. He's the low-hanging fruit, the easier target. We squeeze him. If he knows, we get the information we want. If he doesn't, well, we've ruled him out. We've taken out the local lead because we will kill him. And then we move on to the next one.
So here's a question. Do we try to find what's named half-orc? Grog's half-brother?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I was just trying to remember that. Do you so Trackmar,
Trackmar,
right, has a half brother that is a full orc.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has kind of intervened through this entire thing, trying to keep the people of Fortitude safer,
Right.
without being a full-on traitor to the
Green Horde. Right.
Green Horde, right? And he's kind of watched out for you. I was trying to remember his name.
Oh, okay, so Grog's not the brother.
Grog is not the
Okay.
brother. I was trying to remember the name. The only one I could find was Throck, but Throck was another.
He's our guard.
He's one of your guards.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was working with you. Yeah, Throckbonga Render, but that's not
Anyway,
the brother.
And we don't know if Trackmar and his wife and kid got out of town or if they're in the quarry, right?
what would you want them to do? In my mind, they're at the quarry, but what would you have them
Oh.
do? Yeah. And we also know that families have been separated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if any one side escapes, they held the other pseudo hostage, right?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe
Protective custody.
Darcel knew them, so maybe that comes into play if we try to go free them at some point.
New Trackmar and
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why you stepped up. Because you knew Trackmar and Helga,
Okay.
right?
I actually was thinking we could have a fun storyline that he's Helga's old boyfriend.
Oh my! Great, that's great. And then Helga is going to see him holding the 1-year-old, and
Doesn't look like you.
All right, so kidnapping, Grog, plan A.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, now who's gonna?
but
What's the plan to actually abduct?
he's the lead orc dude, right?
Yes.
He's scary. I saw him eat a rabbit, just bit its head off.
Which is why we need a distraction.
Dag.
You're going with it.
What? Why are you looking at me?
Can I dress you up like a rabbit?
I've never seen someone eat the head off a rabbit alive
You just said you did.
before.
Oh.
He plays rock music.
He's going. That's just grows on your back?
Yeah, it's attached to my back.
It is my back.
How do you get in and out of there? All right.
I have fun with the shell. The shell is with me.
So, all right, now the plan is to infiltrate, abduct, and exfiltrate without being detected.
Yes.
There's a lot of orcs in that camp.
3 parts. Infiltrate. We got the person getting in.
Well, I realize I'm not. The stealth is good if I'm holding still, not if I'm. It's not.
So you don't have pass without a trace.
I do not.
That will hamper us. We have greater invisibility amongst the wizards.
Yeah, the wizards. Yeah.
Yes. Greater invisibility is only a minute.
Is it only a minute?
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot that.
That's because you can do stuff
regular
while you're
invisibility.
invisible.
Yeah. Regular invisibility then.
I don't have regular invisibility. No.
That one I do not have, though.
We can do this on another day. Give you time to prepare it. If I assume you would
Who's got
have it in your book.
Who has fireball?
Do I have it in my book?
All right.
The other option is we can go loud.
Distraction.
What
I do
level
not have
you
it in
are?
my book.
7th level?
Wait, sorry, that's
No.
my prepared spells.
A fireball just outside the camp would be a huge distraction. And then maybe we could just, amidst the confusion, somebody could go in and do the whole either singular or group invisibility and take out Grog.
So we think
He's going to be the one shouting orders.
doing so. Yeah.
Well, he has captains for that.
Speaking of captains, how many orcs are in this camp?
Dag.
Assuming,
Well,
Dag.
this many?
They're kind of
Dozens?
Dozens.
Those are their tents. Yeah.
So maybe a couple captains and 20
So hang on.
or so straight up orcs.
So these are all orcs.
And then
Oh, crap.
And then what was over there south? Yeah, who dat?
Well, yeah. Ever since they started moving people out of the town, even the cultists and the red wizards and even Symmetrix have moved out of town. They were at that old elf mansion, and now they said that it's going to be destroyed. They can't stay there anymore.
So that's Symmetrix and her minions?
that's her buddy.
It's like Dag is drawing this big picture on the floor. It's like,
so
wait, who's this?
They have most of the orcs are over here, and then there's this big bluff and a big tent on top of it. But I've not gone up there yet. But before then, they have a bunch of tents that are for the non-orcish people, and I think that's where most the non-orcish people are now.
Tell the one the general's in the high tent, the one on the bluff. He
Yeah.
can oversee everything.
Yeah.
So that's where we need
Well,
to go.
I think the one up high, I think that's for Symmetrix.
And she's here now?
She's
that's what Dag's saying.
outside of town, but in the area.
They're not messing around with these worms, I guess. I don't know. But Symmetrix, she spent so much time in that wizard tower with a lot of her, entourage looking for that book.
So there's like a couple of guard towers by the road, looks like.
You've got two larger. This is probably like their canteen, wherever they
Mess
eat.
tent, yeah.
Mess tent. The other two lesser tents are probably Grog and some other secondary commander if she's up on the hill.
Unless he hangs out in the big one when she's not around.
True. That's another possibility.
But
They don't talk very much.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay.
Kind of hard when you don't have much intel on.
So we going for like big distraction, draw everybody one side, trying to get him, or like sneak in the middle of the night while everyone's asleep.
Now, Dag, you said that Grog was scary. Have you seen Grog? Could you identify him for us? Does he have any distinguishing marks? Distinguishing armor?
Yeah, because when you put your cursor over him, his name pops up.
Well, that's awesome, Dag. He is
Let's see.
Where's a big
Big, scary orc general. Scary images. Let's throw D&D in there. D&D. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, he wears those horns on the side of his head, and he's kind of a big, scary dude.
Okay, so we could spot him. So if we go with the distraction, he's probably easy enough to spot.
Yeah, identifying him, we've got that.
Yeah.
All right. Step
That-
one,
that's-
identify the
that's-
target.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Step two, distraction of suitable size that will draw enough. Is a fourth level spell worth a distraction? Do we need to spend a third level?
We're thinking of doing this days before we're going in, so I don't know if we need to concern ourselves about resources. But I don't know if we want to do anything overtly hostile. So, one of these fancy spells I picked up is Mass Suggestion. So I could theoretically suggest to some of the orcs and people in camp that their friends have turned on them.
Do you speak orc?
Well,
Lauren does.
maybe I wouldn't target the orcs.
You can do
Maybe I'd target
suggestion?
the others.
No, but I can
I can.
speak orc. I picked it early on.
That's great. Can you do suggestion?
No.
Suggestion wizard, can you speak orc?
Can you translate someone else's suggestion and it works?
Yeah, but could someone teach me how to say?
Do you have speak
Your friend
languages?
Jared?
Ooh.
Oh,
I might could.
Would that work if he could phonetically?
Interesting
Elaborate.
notion.
Well, there's a spell that allows you to speak, right? In
Yeah.
languages.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I don't have
Probably
that
needs
one though.
concentration.
Comprehend languages, I think.
Well, comprehend,
No.
understand, not speak, though, right?
Comprehend language,
Tongue-
yeah.
isn't it
There's
tongues
another one
or
called like
something?
tongues or
Tongues,
something.
Tongue is understand as well.
Oh, is it? But it lets you speak too, correct?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't
It's
think so.
the big boy version of comprehend languages.
Did you guys settle on a distraction or not?
Yes, I think
We're
distraction.
trying to
Well, a kind of
establish
distraction.
Well, we talked about distraction, but then Ken said, "Do we really want to go that big, or can we just do like mass suggestion and cause turmoil and have them like?"
Okay.
I could cast tongues. Tongues doesn't allow you to speak the language, but it allows you to be understood.
I
So
see.
you can understand what they're saying, and they can understand what you're saying.
Even if you're not.
Can you cast that on someone else?
Range is
Oh.
touch.
Right, yeah. So he's just course of action, range that can hear and understand you. Yeah.
All right, this is coming together.
So what your suggestion? You're going to suggest to them that their peers are not all on the same team to sow dissension.
Yeah. Their peers have changed sides, and they need to be dealt with.
Their
Ooh,
peer
there's a
orcs
coup.
or these other?
Oh, there's
do we,
a coup.
We don't
There's
even
a
know.
coup.
Do we know if any of these other people are there right now?
Well, I mean,
The cultists or whoever that was.
as long as you don't suggest to everyone that their friends have turned, then I think it should be fine.
Okay.
Because basically, we want the suggested people to be fighting the non-suggested people.
Right.
Okay. So-
There's it's one of the ones I selected. Enemies abound. You reach into the mind of one creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe. I guess the attacks.
That could. Yeah.
That might
Kinda
get the same result.
But it's one you said, whereas his encompasses a lot more people.
Yeah. But you could
Oh yeah, work
do
in tandem.
both,
Yeah.
right? Like, here's your proof, right?
I got you. That's a good idea.
And I can twin this spell, so I could cast it on two.
Oh, nice.
So mass suggestion is now the better idea. Consensus.
Yeah. Kind of.
Well,
We need a good old fashioned distraction. I've got a boar that can run through the middle of camp.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, so we
Dinner, boys, is back on the menu.
Well, we can do mass suggestion and enemies abound. Though
They have those. They kind of ride those.
Are those boars?
Oh, they're more like wolf.
Orcs, riders.
Orcs.
the orcs.
But I think they might chase down that boar.
You don't want your guy to be a
Put a
snake.
skirt on him and maybe they'll pull a Bugs Bunny. Yeah. Yeah, that could. And what are those things, Dag? What did you draw there?
Horses.
Those
Horses.
other animals, those horses?
Yeah, they have some horses tied up.
Okay.
Good. Our means of escape.
Yeah.
we would need to keep the horses somewhere though, or just release them.
Just release him. Far from marking. Huh. Alright, so Mass Suggestion, that's a pretty high level spell, isn't it?
Yep, the 6th level.
And if we get into it with Symmetrix, it's going to be a valuable loss. Assuming
Correct.
let's assume Symmetrix is there.
That's the trick, is we don't get into a fight with her.
We have no
I think
idea
we know
she's there.
Symmetrix spends most of her time in the town.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make a distraction so we can then abduct the general, right?
General.
Yes.
I mean, is there any reason why we
Okay, next step
couldn't
in the
like
plan.
teleport him out of his tent?
Do you have to be able to see him?
We have.
Yeah, I guess that is a technicality.
It's kind of important.
I mean, you could try to do the whole you don't know who your friends and enemies are, and then maybe he'll be willing to go with me. But
That's true.
Maybe
Like,
we
you
could
need to
fast
run.
friends on an illusion of two of us as people who want to protect Grog, and we escort him back to his tent, and then we switch on him.
Well, you've also got.
Nobody else knows
look like
that.
him.
Nobody else knows that, so I
I
don't
don't
want to
know the
speak
right
for you.
outfit, though.
Fast friends is like you suggest they do something for you. It's not. There's another spell that makes you friends.
Oh, okay.
That's
Right.
like, but yeah, this is a little different. This is like you want to go. Bring me this
Right.
thing.
What I'm saying is, that if we are disguised as orcs, and we go up to Grog, you can fast friends Grog. Say, hey, let's get to the tent and protect you, good friend. And then anybody who comes up to you challenging you,
I wouldn't do it on Grog. The thing is, once the spell ends, they know they've been charmed.
well, how long does fast friends last? I can't remember, but I think it's an hour or 10 minutes.
Concentration up to an hour. Succeed on a wisdom saving throw. While the creature is charmed, you ask it to perform services or activities. If it might cause harm or if it conflicts with the normal activities, then they re-roll the saving throw. So that's the risk as well.
Right.
The longer it goes on,
Right.
I was thinking of it more as a, like, Ta would disguise himself as whatever and then do fast friends on like a guard. In worst case, if it doesn't work, he just like runs away, disappears, and
Yeah, no. Just spitballing. So how do we get him separated from the group?
Well, I guess I'm hoping that the what's the word I'm looking for? The disturbance of his men turning on each other would draw him into the open. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? Stand down! Rah, rah, rah. And at which point we, nuke snatch or otherwise, yeah.
Teleport him away.
Pistol whip, whatever, teleport him away.
Snaring strike.
Pistol whip that guy?
That too.
Or would at least hold him still for
Right.
someone to go do something. If it works.
Yeah, long enough to boop him to wherever. Bamf is, I believe, the term we use. So. All right.
Guardians of the Galaxy style. All right, let's do this. We've got 38% of the plan. It's what we do.
All right. So the plan
That's all.
is something. What did we settle on here?
Mm-hmm.
Mass suggestion?
And enemies abound.
Okay.
And enemies abound. Yeah.
Yeah, so mass suggestion, like, people are going to turn on you. And then,
Well, first tongues. Tongues on you. Then you do mass suggestion, and then enemies abound.
to prove that people are turning.
So you're just going to walk up and say, everyone listen to me!
Well, no.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, like, what is the range or area, or like how does mass suggestion?
Range of 60 feet, but the creatures have to be able to hear me.
Okay.
And they're
Yeah,
going.
I'd have to be up there.
Well, I guess they don't have a choice to believe you, right? They do like
No,
a
but
saving
if we
throw.
just waltz up there, they're not just going to let him walk into the middle of camp.
Right.
Or waltz up to within 60 feet of him.
Well,
But you're a willing creature.
Unless you're invisible.
There
Yeah.
you go.
because greater invisibility does let you cast spells. Yeah, you could put tongues on me, and then Zerwalk can just run through camp. Because conveniently, mass suggestion is not
I was
concentration.
eating it.
Good.
So you can make him invisible, and then he can just walk in the middle of camp and shout it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So-
exfil as fast as
getting
possible in less than a minute.
A little bit. Now, is the tongues thing a one and done, or do you have to maintain concentration for that?
There's a duration, but it's not concentration.
Okay, so you can snap that off. Then, or he can. Well, no. So who's doing the invisibility on him?
Tongues is 1
Himself.
hour.
What?
Himself.
That's boring.
But can he do that and do the mass suggestion?
Mass
Yep.
suggestion is not concentration, right?
Yeah, it's a
One and
yeah. I
done.
don't know why it's not concentration, but it's not.
Okay, great.
6th level.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Okay,
This is a good point. My 7th level spell is also not concentration.
so
Did they just stop doing that at some point?
tongues,
I think so.
invisibility, mass suggestion, enemies among us, abound, whatever.
And then the rest of you try to get him out.
Right.
So yeah, you guys need to figure out what's your plan for spiriting away Grog.
Right.
Zerwalk and Ta have the distraction covered.
Yeah.
Figure out your exfil then. The two of you got to get out of there too.
Oh, it's run away. Yeah. Yeah. Run away.
Run away.
Well, actually, do you have anything that lets you see invisible creatures?
No.
Oh.
No, but I'm sure Symmetrix and her cronies
And
do.
the X-ray specs
Probably,
from the back
yeah.
page of the comic book.
I have haste.
So how do we get him out? Somebody.
Okay, yeah.
We're not carrying him. He's big.
Throw him on a horse and steal it.
Well, but if he's able to pull off the ensnaring strike, then perhaps we can, whatever, bind him.
Hey, can you
cart
put
him
that?
off.
Can you put the teleport spell in that ring of spell holding, whatever it was called? Didn't you have 10?
Yeah, actually, I could.
And then we could
It'd still use my spell save DC.
use that to teleport him. Does it have to be
Yeah.
willing? Right.
No, it's
That's his is the
he
unwilling.
has a saving throw, which is it's a high DC, but I'm assuming an orc general
So.
would be pretty good at Constitution saving throws.
I mean, I have hold and things like that, but that doesn't get us to move him quickly. That's my.
No, but you may need
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
like I said, the quick would be while they're fighting each other, we teleport him into the wagon, hook up a horse, and steal the wagon.
Sure.
I have command.
How far can you teleport him?
It depends what you would want. If you would like, I could cast it as high level as I could into the ring, which would give you 180 feet radius of teleporting.
Dang.
Why do you need to give it someone
Or I
else?
could give you like
He's
a
busy.
casting of 120 and a casting of 90 feet.
Because he has to be
If you want two
concentrating on
castings.
his suggestions.
No, I think it's on his invisibility, right? One or the other of them.
Okay, so you're going to be concentrating on something, so you want to give this to somebody else. Ken?
Well, I thought Zurok was running away because he just caused a distraction.
Okay.
Yeah, we were covering the distraction, and you guys were gonna kidnap.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the teleport's for the kidnap.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I have is
Do you-
command.
So I've
at
got...
my disposal, current disposal.
But you can change your spells.
But we'd have to wait till tomorrow, which would work for me anyways.
Well,
do you-
this is.
Do you want me to do that? Because I can be super swiftest and like running there, zap, and
Sure.
all right.
And you would also have the backup of if that for whatever reason that didn't work, you could still toss your ensnaring strike, and then hopefully between the two of us we can bludgeon him into. Or
Well, I was
bind him
thinking
or-
of doing that first anyway, from a distance, and then
At the
Right.
beginning of the day. This is
Right.
the beginning of the day, so you could change your spells.
is someone gonna do the wagon? Go try to.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna. I mean, well, I think the other thing we have to think about is the commotion. This distraction might work great on the orcs because they're kind of bunched together, but if there's cultists and wizards on site and they come out and they're not impacted, then they're going to be. They're probably a bigger
Well-
threat than the.
Yeah.
Then
The
I-
hope would be kind of that a brawl starts though.
Right.
Well, maybe I send the boar to go knock their tents over or something.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see.
We've got 42% of a plan.
We're making progress.
So, all right. So we're approaching from this direction.
So Fortitude is to the south. It would
Okay.
be down here somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. You got guys in the towers. That's a disadvantage. And that road is very sparse with cover. Now, Mr. Invisible will run through town or run through the camp. He's okay, but the rest of us are going to be hard pressed.
What kind of distance are we working at here? What's the scaling?
So we know that the river is a mile north of Fortitude. So this is within a mile north of Fortitude. Does that help? Is that what you mean?
No, I was like,
And then, all right. So as far as casting a spell, let's just. Here's this tower on this end. So this is from one tower to another tower. Can you read that number?
70 something? 72?
Gives you a sense, right?
70
I
feet.
can't actually see where you're clicking.
70 feet between the towers.
70-ish, 70 plus feet.
Oh, those towers. Okay, cool.
75, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna be taking a wide arc, being stealthy, and end up probably in these trees over here somewhere.
All right. So I got hold person.
Are you pointing to the trees on the
The
Right.
left
East
side of the
side.
map?
Right side.
east side. The right side.
Okay.
So we figure out how we're gonna get him out of there.
I mean, that's probably a good spot for all of us to start at.
Steal the cart was my idea.
Steal a cart. Okay. I have command, and I have.
Do you
hold
want to
person.
What is?
do anything to like hide
I can
or
tell 'em basically,
disguise
follow.
or?
Follow me.
Oh, you can just tell him to just leave.
Yeah, just make
Oh.
a wisdom throw save.
What happens when someone sees him leaving with you? Is that a problem?
Well, it depends. Do they like turtles? Probably they're not gonna like it, but
But you
they're
have
gonna
your
be
you
too
have
busy
your
fighting each other anyway.
we have our you have your whatever faux papers and a badge that says you're a healer for the
Right.
orcs. So hey, I'm taking the general for whatever.
You don't want to get stopped though.
It's
Like this
time,
is
it's time for his annual
check out
pap smear anyway.
colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Turn your head and cough. Anyway.
All right.
Does Darcel speak orc?
No, I haven't learned my name yet. Come on. No.
Okay.
I do have, and you should have it too as well. Calm emotions,
I don't have it.
but it is concentration.
So, do you have a way to make Lorne look like an orc?
No.
Does anybody?
Uwin might think he does.
Well,
I
I'm
would
just
give him
thinking
a
about the
long
fact
way.
that
Hey.
I'm just thinking about the fact that Lorne does speak orc. Been in my language profile since day one. So,
Yeah, I don't have like disguise self or anything like that.
or whatever, illusion or okay. It was a thought.
Yeah, and you generally need a pretty high level of illusion to make something like that work.
Unfortunately, it's not one of the spells I took.
No worries. I was just thinking out loud, trying to figure out how to leverage the fact that I'm like the one guy in the group that can speak orc.
Yeah.
Right. So doesn't that mean you're going to be the one interrogating him?
Probably.
Yeah. Like I have minor illusion, but that's not enough for something like that.
Yeah, right.
I could make myself look like an orc, but I'd be wearing my clothes.
Yeah, right. Well,
So I can send my boar in to start causing some trouble.
I don't think it's necessary.
Well,
I don't want to risk him.
okay.
We've got the
I think he'd become target practice.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's my greatest fear.
Okay.
your guys' job is to get Grog out.
Right.
Okay.
We'll cover the distractions.
Ooh. Okay. Let me just check one thing here. Okay, that's not terrible. All right. Okay.
So is this the night before or the morning of?
No, we don't want. too
It's
much
day
time.
7.
Yeah, we don't want any time to slip. I mean, because if he doesn't have the answers we want, we need the maximum amount of time to
Yeah.
regroup and do something else.
So, step one was somebody gets invisible and goes and suggests to them that they fight each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
After-
Suggest that
And
their companions are turning on them.
there was something about
They'll need to defend themselves.
tongues or recognition, something about languages in there too.
tongues
Yeah.
first,
Yeah, tongues onto Zerwak, and then Zerwak will do greater invisibility himself.
and then he will do mass
Mass
suggestion.
suggestion. And Tal
Well, he's
will-
got to go there and do that.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Tal
Yeah.
will twin enemies abound. Ken, do you have thaumaturgy?
No.
You're going to do enemies abound from here?
We'll have to get close.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
this is. Oh, I don't think that'll work.
Because I can.
I could. I don't know. I could come back to the starting place and then I could greater invisibility Tom so he can go in and have his minute of safety as well.
I mean, I have greater invisibility as well, but that.
Oh, so we can go at the same time. Then.
But that's
okay.
concentration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because you're a twin thing.
Because
Enemies is,
Well, you just got to find
or tongues.
somewhere to
Tongues is
hide,
not.
somewhere inconspicuous
yeah,
to be
and
when.
enemies abound is.
Concentration.
But Ta has all of his disguise.
True.
You know, Ta could make himself look like a goblin, or
Can you make yourself be a small creature?
It has to be.
Or are you always a medium?
It has to be a humanoid, and I think it has to stay the same size. So it would have to be medium.
It's a big goblin.
Or
Bugbear, perhaps.
yeah,
Or orc.
or orc, yeah. But I guess the clothes would have to match. But I'm sure there's some like rags lying around the hideout.
In a tent, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Eventually you find some.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for them to start fighting each other. That's when I'm going to go try to.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and
So,
hopefully
yeah.
see Grog, and then I'm going to.
Right.
Is there anything
my
else
thing.
that you guys need to work out, or are we?
Other than I'm grabbing a guy and pulling him out, throwing him in a
Right.
cart.
Are
that's
you
all I
guys?
know.
Are you actually like? Are you ready for like?
They're
are
going to tell
we-
me what to do. I'm just
figured I would
labor
do
at that point, and healer.
You're going to try to command him to come with us, or
Yeah, I can do either. I can do that.
And
so
you
should I
have the,
bother trying to do the ensnaring strike
You
on
have
him
the
or not?
teleport ring, right?
Come on.
You have the ring with the teleport.
Yes.
To teleport him into the wagon, or
Zerwalk, right?
Yeah. If you would like it. I just need to put the correct spells in it.
well, then should I just go grab a horse and hook up the cart?
Okay. And get to the cart, and then we're out of there. All falls through, we teleport. How far do we teleport? As far as we want, right? So,
What would you like? Would you like a radius of 90 feet that you could do twice? Would you like a radius of
How many?
180 feet that you could do
probably
once?
enough.
How many does it apply to?
What do you mean?
how many people?
People.
Oh, just one.
So we can teleport him.
Yeah.
Yep. Dimension Door doesn't let you take someone unwillingly, does it?
Takes one, not unwillingly.
I think I could teleport you.
Yeah.
Do you have sleep, or does anybody have sleep?
Not prepared.
I don't have it, period.
He's a big orc.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But you've got hold person.
Whole person, I command.
So what do we think about?
All right.
So one last little notion here is
She's just bored.
what do we think about the notion of, as part of trying to help you with him, because I can speak orc, if we're approached, I could possibly, because I can speak orc, feign being a traitor and, kind of dissuade them from coming after you or him or...
Or even better,
You'll have to give me tongues, too.
I could twin tongues, but then
gives up the enemy.
I may or may not be able to twin enemies abound. What about you feign to be a traitor and be like, hey, I found the hideout. I want to show you where the hideout is.
Hmm.
Wait, he'll be able to speak common.
Well,
For you to give them the command.
Yeah. I can do it.
so they know who Lorne is, right?
Maybe, maybe not.
I don't need it.
I would assume, like, you're the the righteous paladin who does anything to defend Fortitude. It does not seem like they would think it's out of character for you to go up to them and go, like, I will tell you.
Lorne
where it is
has
if you
been
destroy the town.
not the underground and not in towns for a year. Yeah, Lorne has not been trying to negotiate and be an arbiter with the orcs, as I've understood it.
Right.
That would more be along the lines with the mayor, the Shadrock guy.
But even so, that's a compelling story. Though I don't know what your performance or deception or anything like that is.
Persuasion is +7.
Persuasion is +7.
So I could persuade them.
Deception is +2 if it comes to that. I mean, that's not
Right.
terrible. I don't know if you have any way of giving yourself advantage on a roll, but
Let's see here. No, not. Let's see. Where's my features and traits?
But yeah, I mean that's in order to if it'll put a stop to the destruction of the town, I can tell you where I can show you where the holdout is if you come with me.
And I'm telling that to the leader, to Grog.
To Grog,
Okay.
it might be an option.
Yeah.
He
Right.
should be able to speak common.
Well, he speaks Orc.
Right. I was hoping that the fact that I spoke Orc could be leveraged in a way that was positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds you guys are gonna need a few backup plans. Is
Right.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
We got hold. We got command. We got the ring.
It's nearly like
Snaring strike. I think we're.
I mean, I think the backup plan is we just try to kill everyone, right?
That's the
Yeah.
that's the Guardians of the Galaxy plan.
yeah, that's the
That's like Z.
shit hits the fan, then
we start hitting.
I think
start
we're ready.
dropping fireballs. Yeah.
I think we're ready, and
Okay.
we'll be able to
Yeah.
figure it out the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go with that first.
So.
Oh wait.
No,
Something else. 11th hour.
Yeah,
No. Just I'm casting ensnaring strike before this all starts
And I'm gonna do something as well.
because
yeah. Christian, I would go with that first because that's something that you can't try further. Once you start throwing magic at it, the whole trying to convince him to come peacefully isn't an option. So
The idea was that because Lorne can speak Orc, and because he has a really high persuasion plus, I could feign being
a turncoat.
a turncoat
okay.
and
So
say,
you're gonna walk in with your hands up or the white flag or whatever, with your invisible guy right behind you, and then
Possibly.
while they're talking to you, he's gonna and
something along those lines.
then all hell breaks loose. Okay.
Or as Wes suggested, go ahead and let chaos ensue, and when Grog appears,
Snatch him.
say, "Hey, Grog, I know where the rebel hideout is." Right? Offer up the rebel hideout.
Is he gonna listen to you while his troops are busy beating each other up?
It's a good question.
Good question.
Can you zoom out again, please?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm liking how more people keep appearing on this map.
No, I've not added anyone.
You added a couple earlier.
Earlier.
I didn't.
Yeah,
You did, for sure. Right there.
right in the circle. You added at least 2.
I did not. I did not. Everyone here
No.
was here.
He's just
Anyways,
moving
It doesn't
around.
matter.
They're like
Or maybe he was
rabbits.
just moving around.
I added names. That's what I've been doing for the last 3 minutes. I've added names
Oh.
to some of the captains.
Okay.
The moment they have names, they become more powerful.
Once you name it, you start to like it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe the
So-
whole convincing thing isn't the best idea because then he's gonna want to bring
Yeah, a horde. Okay.
the horde with him, and
Then I'm just going to be
Where do you want to focus,
A tank.
bud?
I want to see
Yeah.
down south.
Yeah, back to plan A.
All right.
Down here?
Snatch.
Snatch.
So
By hook or
What
by crook.
levels of spells would you like in the ring?
Yes.
how many, first of all?
You can
is
five
this good?
slots.
It's 3, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking about.
So the teleport, 180 feet, right?
Times 2.
Times 2.
You get it once.
Oh. So we can only have one spell. in there?
180 feet is the 5th level casting of it, which gets you
It's
all spell
it's
slots.
like 3 spells up to how many levels
Oh.
total?
So
like
you
a
can
sum
only have
of
one
tot-
if you use
It's like a
teleport.
sum of totals.
Yeah.
Or sum of the.
Is that right?
total.
I want to start here
Ken?
instead.
Yeah, it has five. It has five
Up to-
levels of
Up to
5
1/5
levels of
level.
spells
Right?
they can have. A 5th level spell takes up all of them.
Right.
You
Okay.
can have 5 first level spells.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
okay. So, okay.
So like
I-
right now, there's a 4th level and a 1st level spell in it.
Just
So I'd have to
So
I'd
we,
have to dismiss
Just
the 4th
you,
level
yes.
spell.
if the teleport's only going to move one person, it's not going to work for our plan.
Yeah, they need 2 teleports.
Yeah.
Oh, you want your board?
Well, you can teleport the rest of
Unless
us,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So I guess so.
Don't be
it still
annoyed
works.
with me.
No, I'm being annoyed with
Distracted.
Oh,
Alright.
so Glenn can teleport. How far can you teleport?
We'll take the teleport 0.
You need to know how far.
The 180.
I can move
But it depends how far he can teleport you guys.
one person 500 feet
Wow.
Oh, you have
Or-
Dimension Door?
or 8 creatures within 10 feet of me to a familiar place.
Anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
Anywhere that's familiar.
Yeah, but they got to be willing. So I couldn't bring
No,
them.
but that's the ring.
Pull us all out.
You have the ring for him, and then you teleport the 3 of you to follow.
Would a held person not be willing, or would they not be able to be unwilling?
No.
Unconsciousness is
it's-
not consent.
Yeah, it's more a state of mind. No, if you could charm them to be willing, and then
The teleport spell you put in the ring, you can zap somebody anywhere.
no, 180
No,
feet.
180
Oh,
feet.
okay.
But
then
you
we-
can. But it can
then
be an
your spell-
unwilling person. That's
Yeah.
that's the advantage.
Which we can use whoever's got the ring to zap him into the wagon.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, we'll still have the 180
Okay.
feet.
And I'll just reiterate, it does have a saving throw, so there's a chance.
Right. But that's where we're gonna.
I can work with that.
Right.
I can put Bane
All
on
right.
But
him.
that's I figured you were going to have that and
I can throw Bane on him.
zap him into the wagon. I'm going to start from the south and go get the
So
wagon.
when we decide to do what we're doing, before I forget this, okay, when we decide, as soon as we decide to do it, I'm going to cast Emboldening Act. It's not casting. As an action, I can choose up to 5 willing creatures, all of us, within 30 feet of me, right here. It create a magical bond between us for 10 minutes, or until I use it again. While any bonded creature is within 30 feet or another, so like if you're not close to me but you're close to him, it still works.
Got it.
Once per turn, they can roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw. Once per turn, d4 to one of those
Okay.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I just peeled myself off and starting from somewhere else.
If you're all alone, you don't get it.
Okay.
But I have another thing for that. So I'm going to cast Bless
Hello.
on the 3 people who are not going to be next near me.
No, bless is concentration.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap. Maybe that's not what I was looking for then. It might be aid.
All right. That works.
No, aid just gives 5
Yeah,
points.
actually shouldn't right now. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that then. That's a concentration as well.
Yeah, enhanced abilities, concentration.
When we think we're close, I will ritually cast Telepathic Bond, so we can all talk to each other while we're doing this.
Good, that saves me one.
How long does that last?
An hour. So
Just
I'd
do it-
imagine,
Just do it now.
yeah, do it now, and then while we're all up the trees, which I guess we kind of are-ish, pretending to be, before we start, I think re-up it if it's been a while.
ready?
So I can do one more thing for the person who has to get out, right? And that's Zerwalk, right? He has to be the one to flee, right? He's
We're all.
squishy.
Yeah,
and
I'm
he needs
not.
to get
I can teleport myself like 500 feet to get away.
All right,
I'm not too concerned.
you're out too. You got an easy out.
I can haste myself.
And then freedom of movement would make you faster if you want it, because you'll be all alone.
I'm plenty fast.
All right. All right. I don't need to spend the spell then.
Oh, but that's only one.
Zerwalk is pretty slow, so freedom of movement might be a good thing just to make it so he gets there sooner if it increases distance.
You're unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can either reduce the target's speed or cause you to be paralyzed or restrained.
I could always twin haste if you need it.
You can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape non-magical restraints, which is, I think, is kind of nice. And it lasts 1 hour, so I could do it now. That's why I was thinking of it.
Yeah, the thing of it is it doesn't really get him any more speed.
Right?
It just
No.
mitigates terrain and being caught.
Yeah. Okay. Just trying to throw things out here.
You've been amazingly patient while we
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
noodled this to death.
It's okay. It's been an
think
easy
we're
night
ready.
for me so far.
And it's all going to go to shit the first 30 seconds.
It's perfect for him because he can sit here and pick apart our plan as we
Right.
tell him what our plan
Quite
is.
honestly, I've only mildly been paying attention.
All right.
He's too busy naming generals.
So you're just going to walk. That's how it starts, is you walk out and talk to him? Or are you going to let the chaos happen first?
I think we agreed. It was suggested that maybe that wasn't the best approach. So,
So we're not doing that?
We're not gonna. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
I will. I'm having trouble being visible. The notion of me being visible after things get going.
After they get going. But
Yeah.
they're going
All
to
right.
be invisible and go do something.
They're
so
gonna go-
there's
It's day 7, and you spent no less than all morning hashing out.
planning this.
Sure.
Yes.
No less than that, right?
Okay.
So it's lunch. You have your little something to eat, and now it's 1:00, midday, 1:00.
Yeah.
So you want to plan some more, or you gonna start your walk? Because it's an hour to Fortitude, and it's probably a good hour's walk to this camp from wherever Winterstone Temple is.
Okay.
Let's start walking.
Yeah.
So I've given. Crap. What's your character's name?
Who's
The ring.
Darcel or Uwe?
Uble. I've given you the ring, and then you had to spend an hour attuning to it. Just
Which
FYI.
the walk would take care of.
Marcel and Ublek.
And I will also.
Dag's not there.
I just realized I
Unless
don't
you-
have an entry
Yeah,
plan.
Darcel and the boar are not there.
How do I get in?
Huh?
How do I get into the center of town?
You run.
Yeah.
I mean,
Center of camp, right? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, town. Yeah, I said town. Can't.
right? I mean,
Just run like everybody else, okay?
yeah.
I look at you long. I'm a turtle. Just kidding.
What is your speed? Are you?
It's 30. It's
It
fine.
is.
It's a fast turtle.
You're a bipedal
Well,
turtle.
Turtle.
I could come back and make you.
No, I'm good. I was just kidding. All right.
Go.
All right.
Talk me through it.
All right. So we're going to re-up our telepathic bond so we can talk during this
Okay.
whole ordeal.
Telepathic bond.
Emboldening bond.
Which is a concentration?
Nope.
Okay.
And lasts for.
It's a ritual too, so it doesn't even cost me a spell slot.
Actually, you guys
Nice.
get protective bond, which does.
Update willing creatures within range when I cast it. If you have an intelligence score of less than 2, of 2 or less, you aren't affected. And then we can communicate as much as we want. We don't have to stay within range, but we cannot go to different planes of existence and still talk. That is the one limitation.
And you can't talk to the boar.
You look over and Ta is gone, and there's now a bugbear standing there.
That's disconcerting.
Yeah.
I missed that part of the plan, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it works.
Gaston needs to get into camp and stay there for like a
And
minute.
I'll go like that.
And, you know,
Okay, so you get to you walk. It's been about an hour, and you get to here, and you want to split off.
Yes.
What has happened? You've cast all your buffs at this point,
Yeah, right at the.
and you're keeping track of them. I'm not.
One more thing with emboldening bond, you also get protective bond as a reaction, so everybody gets a new reaction. And if you're within 30 feet of somebody who's about to take damage, you can switch spots with them by
you're
teleporting.
gonna have to remind us
Yeah.
because that's a lot.
It gets
Except for
extra
you.
reaction.
So you have no, not an extra reaction. You get the
10
additional
minutes.
ability
Oh, okay.
as a reaction.
And this isn't concentration. This is just one of your abilities.
Just yeah.
All right.
And
So Tal casts tongues on Zerwak. It lasts for an hour.
Got that, Zurak?
Yep.
Okay. No concentration with that.
Nope.
Cool. Okay.
your thing lasts how long?
10 minutes.
All right. Well, then we got to hustle.
So, Darcel and the boar split off to these trees, and the rest of you make your way up here. And so, with all this travel across country, I think it is. I mean, there's at least a small chance that you'd come across a party, and so we're just going to do.
It's the smell of
Fate
it,
check.
the realism.
Fate check. So I guess this is saying before you split off, you get to that point. We're gonna say fate check here.
Before we did those spells. Before we did
At
our
Yeah,
this
fixed
point.
because
spells. Okay.
Yeah, on our way.
Before we got there.
Oh,
I'd say it's you're being careful, and you're experienced adventurers. So I'm gonna say it's very unlikely. Chaos factor. You got things as of right now. Things are under control, so we're not going to increase the chaos factor. Yes is not favorable. This is a patrol. Finds you.
So 1 is the highest chaos factor.
6 is higher
Oh.
chaos. All right. No. Okay. I feel better about that now.
did my wild magic roll. I got a 2.
For what?
It's a wild magic. So nothing happens,
not a
but 2
1.
is awfully close to a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for the spell you just cast on me.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, explain that. I didn't know what you're doing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
I figured.
Oh.
For Tala.
Because it's been a while, since Zerwak's the divination wizard, he gets portents. So I rolled a 12 and an 18 at the start of this day.
okay, good to know. Thank you for sharing. I also rolled for weather, but it was a boring nice day.
Darn.
Very nice day.
Even though the
How
map
near it.
technically has rain drawn on it.
Heavy fog would have helped.
All right, so Darcel and the boar have made their way to a tree. The rest of you made your way to this little grove of trees. Zurok now is presenting himself as a bugbear.
No.
Or
Nope.
Tal.
Ta is.
The ring behind. There you go.
Zerwak is gonna invisibility himself.
Yeah, so whenever we're ready to go, that's the last thing I'll do.
Well, so you've split apart, and so you guys are going to direct me in how this is going to go.
Alright. So telepathically, is everyone in positions?
Oh, lay down.
Yes.
Yes.
Lay down.
Alright.
Oogway's talking to some dog.
Or the boy.
Alrighty. I am going to then creep as far through the trees as I can before I feel like I'm gonna start being seen by things.
Aren't you invisible?
Tal
You're
will
invisible.
follow.
I'm not invisible yet.
Not yet. It's
Oh.
only lasts 1 minute.
I want to get as
Okay.
close as I can before I do that.
Okay.
All we're just gonna move Katota, that guy off. But Katota is not played by this big elite dude. All right.
Oh, could you activate the map, por favor?
Yeah. Sorry.
And I cast Ensnaring Strike.
On.
Me.
Oh.
It's just the next time I hit something, blah blah blah. So I'm doing it
Oh,
now.
that's right.
All right. So I heard move Zurok up as far as he could go before he's out and open. Well, I think that seems like there's a pretty big jog here between the next thing of cover
Ta will follow.
Yep.
with a clear
So,
point, and then Ta follows.
all right.
And you said Zurok is invisible.
Not yet.
All right.
I'm gonna go. Is Katota gonna come with me?
Yeah, because I'm gonna do the twinned enemies abound.
All right.
But I need to.
You're
be,
both up there.
Yeah.
All right. I will tap your leg once I've cast the spell.
Well, I'll hear it.
That's a good point. You'll be next to me. All right.
Ta's
Alright.
gonna go basically behind the tents and like.
You're here right now.
Right, but if
That's
you zoom out.
one thing at a time.
Yeah,
Alright.
and I'm not moving yet. I'm just
Okay.
saying where I'm going to go.
Yeah, you're gonna go behind the tent somewhere.
Yeah,
you'll
so that I
you'll
can-
direct me there when
yeah.
the time comes. All right. So right now, what's happening?
I am casting greater invisibility on myself,
All right.
and I'm concentrating on it. And then I'm gonna start booking it as quick as I can. 25 feet.
Should I
Dash.
establish a turn order, or should we
Yes,
just do it in
yes.
groups? All right. Let's establish a turn order.
Or at least 2 turnovers.
We can establish groups, but let's go ahead. Roll initiative just for a turn order, for now.
4.
Nice. All right. 4 for Zurok. Katota.
0.14 if that matters.
12. Lorne.
11.
11. Darcel.
16.
16. And Uguay.
11.
11. I'm gonna make you 10. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. Now, understanding that a lot of this is happening all at once, right? And I can appreciate that there's triggers. You're going to guide me through it, but for the sake of making sure everyone gets a turn, first in my list is Darcel.
Yeah, but I am waiting till I see the chaos happening, so I'm holding.
All right, you're waiting for chaos.
Yes.
Katota.
Waiting for Zerwak to go invisible.
All right, Lorne.
I'm waiting for chaos to ensue.
And you're kind of standing in this tree, one of these trees.
You can put me towards the front edge, so I'm when time comes for me to have to
Yeah.
You guys should run out at the same time as we do.
right.
Just opposite.
All right, Uguay.
Waiting for chaos
Now I have you here. Where do you want to be standing?
with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I would think you'd be up here too, right? Amongst cover, you feel like you're well in cover.
So the guy who's going to trigger the whole thing got the worst initiative.
All right, we'll give you a chance to set up. He is enthralled with that squirrel hand puppet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she will.
That's okay. He hasn't done anything wrong with it yet.
Yeah.
She will though.
Emphasis on it.
Oh.
That too.
That was Uguay. Zurok, you've turned yourself invisible.
Yep.
You have your companions. 3 of your companions are behind you, and now you're gonna book
Turn
it.
myself invisible, and I am starting to book it towards the campfire.
The big campfire.
I think so. That's where the most people are around.
That's right. All right. So,
Move and dash.
Well, just a dash. No, sorry, just a move. I used my action.
your movement's 25.
Correct. I can't dash this round. I can only go 25.
Oh yeah. All right. 25. Somewhere in there.
Right. I for some reason can't see, so I'm gonna log out of Foundry.
No. I made you invisible.
Oh! Okay. Never mind. That makes sense then.
And so I'm just going to put a different icon on you. Something.
Diseased.
Alright, it's just something.
That's magic stars.
I tried invisible, but you couldn't see her. I am surprised that you couldn't see your own character. Huh. Okay. Darcel is decided to take a leak. Katota.
In the bushes.
Well,
You're still wait. You guys are all waiting for him to get up there.
Basically.
no.
Oh, well.
I mean, we can't see Zerwalk, so we
That's
don't.
right.
Yeah, so, yeah, Ta will run out. What I was debating in my mind is whether, does he move and dash, or...
You're just going out for a jog? Is that what you're doing? You've left camp to go for a jog?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. It would probably just move, is like, he wants to...
Acting natural?
I
Exactly.
thought you were invisible too.
No, because I need to concentrate on my other spell.
Okay.
So that's why I look like a bugbear.
Okay. It's just
And I will just charisma it if anybody questions.
okay.
It doesn't matter too much
So, 30
if you
feet.
get there after me, because I will do my thing and leave.
Well, if you move 30 feet, you're not much further.
Yeah, you're only slightly ahead.
Right, which is fine.
So no dash, just moving forward.
Yeah.
Lorne and Uguay, you're just kind of still holding out in the... and Darcel, you got nervous, so you took a leak. And so we're just waiting for this to happen, right? Mm-hmm. So I think we can fast forward a couple turns. All right? And we'll just... You move up to here, maybe...
So, Zerwalk, I think, is going to get there first, because Zerwalk will be moving and dashing, and Ta will just be... So
Sure.
moving 50 per round, and Ta
Sure.
will be moving 30 per round.
Okay. Zorak, things are getting real as you get closer, and orcs are pungent. The animals are pungent. The smell, and there's even a sense. Not along with the smell, there's also the voices, the grumbles, the guttural sound of their conversations. There's the realness of this tall tower in front of you. Right, and the nerves start to set in. Somewhere behind you, you have some minor comfort of. You look back and there's the bugbear that Katota has turned into, and he's just kind of taking a look at this plant, wandering casually. But it's your turn, and
Casual.
this tower is within your 30 ish feet, right? The path is, you've come up on the path, and now you want to give me more direction of how you'd be moving forward.
Yeah, so invisibly, and I'm not going for very stealthy because I'm just trying to run. But basically, I'm trying to get to about there.
Yeah, I imagine you even go right underneath this tower. You can call through
I'm
it.
tiny. I can sneak.
Call through it if you want.
Shake the tower.
And there's a
Knock the ladder down.
You get past the tower and you see a couple nice big bushes.
Yeah.
If you wanted
That all
to.
seems good. Sure. This seems like far enough. And then
It's a trap!
so looking around, there's a bunch of orcs next to me.
If the DM suggested it, think twice.
So let's see just how stealthy you are. With advantage, roll me a stealth check.
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Unnatural 20.
With the fire going and no reason to suspect anything, these orcs have no idea you're there.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. For tracking purposes, what do you think? All total 5 rounds or something?
Yeah.
The spell I have
5.
on is only a minute, so I'm trying to keep track of it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you're in your 5th round. All right, this will be your 6th round. What do you do?
I cast Mass Suggestion.
Oh, by the way, this is the
So-
big bad, right? This is Grog here.
Oh.
Well, then maybe I don't cast Mass Suggestion, and I instead say, Grog's by the fire.
Oh, he's telepathically talking to us.
Yeah.
And you can tell just by you have some captains. Matter of fact, you're right behind one of the captains. Right, you can kind of see the different types of orcs I got here. The ones with the axes, I'm making captains. The rest of them are kind of just normal Joe orcs. What?
Why are you not casting it?
I'm giving an update.
Grog
Oh,
is
by the fire.
Okay.
Because we didn't know where he was.
Okay. So you were sending us that message first, and then you're going to do it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Mass Suggestion.
Who's that include?
So we never really talked about if we wanted Grog included in it. I don't think we do, because I don't think we want him just fighting things.
No.
So,
Can you do?
I don't know if he can
up
aim it that well.
Yeah. Can you aim it? Can you aim it?
Or is it just a big circle?
it's up. Well, it's up to 12 creatures of my choice. So I could, if I wanted, we could just target him. But we didn't really plan that.
No.
6, 9, 12. So if this guy and this guy and everyone back to here. I don't know if you
Okay.
saw that. That would be 12.
Yeah. All right. So they must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues a course of action that I describe to the best of its ability.
All right.
So I'm going to say, be ready to defend yourselves. Your friends are going to turn on you.
All right. And so we're going to first start with the 3 captains here. All right. And they each have what kind of save is it?
I think Wisdom. Yeah, Wisdom.
All right. No negatives.
You're looking for a 20. Oh.
They're looking for 20s. All right, so we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, left to right, roll. All right.
Good rolls, honestly.
But still, none of them were 20. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like I missed someone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right.
Yeah.
And so
Did
we
you get the 2 that are close to Zerwalk?
Yeah, I did. So these are normal orcs, and let me get my wisdom. Also 0. No negative, no positive. So I said there was 9 of them.
9.
1,
9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Roll.
Yeah.
19 was the closest.
Oh, Nat 1. He's all in. He totally knows
He's
it.
paranoid.
All right. So you got all of them are under that suggestion for the next 24 hours.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice. That's going to wreak all kinds of havoc, which is awesome.
Flying.
I'm just grabbing something,
Flying
guys. I don't
orcs.
know. These ones with
Shocked that works.
And that's my turn.
Well done.
So, what did you suggest to him?
Be ready to...
Your friends are about to turn on you. Be ready to defend yourselves.
And that's the sound they make.
Yeah.
Companions instead of friends. I don't know how friendly orcs are to each other.
All right. Well, this captain turns to Grog
Oh, no.
and says, "Your friends are going to turn on us. Prepare to defend yourself." And this guy, he goes, "What are you talking about?" And this guy kind of does the same thing. because they don't know. They're just kind of talking to each other, right?
Oh,
Well,
how trusting are they?
there's guys
Would they
across the
think
way that
those
aren't.
friends are the ones that are gonna?
But how do they know who's a friend and who's not a friend?
Yeah.
Who when they say
That's the point. Yeah.
who's turning?
That's. I mean, that's the point of distraction number part 2.
And it's well, which friends? Who are you talking about? And so I mean, people are kind of congregating here where they weren't before. And this one says,
Utah.
"Dumb nuts, you are crazy."
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not crazy. No.
For Grumsh, all solidarity. No, friends are turning against us. All right. So that nothing. I mean, nothing's happening immediately. That was Zerwak's turn. But I don't. If you're waiting for a signal of distress, it hasn't happened yet. So that was Zerwak. So I assume Darcel's still waiting.
Yeah.
Because nothing, there's been no big event. Katota, you were back here.
Mm-hmm.
You wandering forward. Yes.
Yes. Would I need to be within 120 feet?
Oh, you're well within 120 feet.
Okay. And do I need to be line of sight?
I mean, how close do you want to be? Where? Do you, so
Yeah.
Are
Oh,
Are they?
hold on, hold
are you
on.
I
wanting
was gonna say,
cover?
do they not care that a bugbear's wandering into their camp?
I have to see them. The creature you can see.
Okay. I didn't realize these guys are here. These guys are not here.
Excellent.
Why would they be hanging out in that tree? Right.
Did you feel like Thanos?
So you've been wandering up. Where would you like to end up?
I need to be 120 feet line of sight to the folks around the fire.
To the folks around the fire.
Yeah.
All right. So this tower is kind of in the way. All right. So you're right there. You're about. Oh no, you need to be a little bit closer. So we're talking about in this arc type of range, right?
Yeah.
So this kind of circle, and
how far is 120 feet from there?
this is to the fire.
So he knows which ones.
So well, yeah, which ones can I target? Is
Probably
the,
the closest ones here.
So these front. Well, you have all these orcs back here. There's probably there are 2 orcs in this tower that it just keeps putting them underneath.
yeah.
Right.
Would it be awesome to make those guys in the camp, in between the tents, feel like those guys are the enemies and go after them?
They just keep this.
well, mass
then
suggestion.
they're like-
yeah, I'm gonna pick 2.
These 2 orcs right here are in this tower. Okay, they're not on the ground before it. They're on that tower.
Okay.
So you at this spot you can get the
So
front
I will
orcs here or anyone closer.
cast Enemies Bound. Twinned it. So on this orc here,
Okay.
and then one of the orcs, probably that one's the most visible, right?
Okay.
So those 2.
Okay.
And they need to do a charisma failing throw.
Yeah. No modifier.
Sorry, intelligence.
Oh. Now we're -2.
Nice.
Even better.
So I'm just gonna roll it straight, and then we'll subtract off the 2.
Oh, and then you got one nat 20, so he probably passed.
Yeah.
Well, it's an
Oh.
18.
That's 18.
Eight,
and the-
18 will
and,
pass, but
So that's the 18 is the closer one, and it passes.
I can. Where is it? Where is it? I just had it. Bend luck.
Okay.
When another creature you see makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction
Okay.
and spend 2 sorcery points to roll a 1d4.
1d4, worth it to you?
To subtract?
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so right now he's at 18.
Yep. And I
You-
need a 16.
Would you like me to roll it?
Meets it, beats it. Remember that.
So
A 3 means he still succeeds.
I need a 4.
You need a 4.
Maybe it isn't worth it then. 25% chance though. Yeah, it's worth it.
You want to roll it?
Yeah.
All right. Can you do it on screen?
Ah, 3.
Oh,
it's
so
in
close.
it's in D&D Beyond.
Oh.
It was a 3.
Okay. So, but this one, it was this one here, wasn't it? This one highlighted?
Whichever one you said, yeah.
Sure.
And what did you tell them?
I didn't tell them anything.
You put
I charmed them.
all right, so explain what this spell does.
You reach into the mind of one creature, I twinned it. You can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. A creature automatically succeeds if it's immune to being frightened. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friends from foe, regarding all creatures it sees as enemies until the spell ends. Each time
Gets me.
Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success.
And if it succeeds, it knows it's been someone tried to charm it. Usually that's how charms.
I'll keep reading. There's another paragraph. When the affected creature chooses another creature as a target, it must choose the target at random from among the creatures it can see within the range of the attack, spell, or other ability it's using. So basically, it chooses from random.
So he's going to probably attack the nearest thing.
One of the 4 right in front of him. Yeah.
Right. If an enemy provokes an opportunity attack, the creature must make that attack if it is able to. So it doesn't say anything about knowing it was charmed.
Okay. Well, this guy looks at everyone. I mean, he's already had this suggestion planted in his head that his friends are enemies, and now enemies abound. And he looks at the one he's facing. Which, if we look at him, who's he facing?
The captain.
Mm-hmm. He's facing the captain. He steps up and he makes an attack.
Nice.
He steps up and makes an attack. And this orc is got just a standard orc with his great axe. Is a +5 to hit. But this other dude is armor class 18. So +5. Looking for an 18.
Oh.
Hits, and does.
He noticed, gee, there's nothing on that shoulder.
Yeah, right.
Whack.
Oh, hold on. I got so many screens up. +5 to hit. 9 points of damage. This guy looks at him and throttles him. And you know what? He's gonna simply push him away and tell the other ones to seize him. And kind of looks at the blood from his. So first thing is he's gonna make a shove attack. This is that's what happens, right? I don't need to roll all this. So he pushes him away. These 4 dive on him, render him seized. All right, and everyone looks. Now that's what those guys do. Over here, well, you said they didn't know. Everyone looks at them. All right, so that was Katota. After Katota is Lorne.
Okay. Well, I guess
There seems to be some commotion, but it's not like the whole camp
has gone off yet.
Yeah, has begun infighting.
But Lauren's going to try to make his way forward, but staying behind the tree line here to the south as best as I'm able. So, like, I want to make my way across here.
So, you will be in plain sight.
Well, that's not good.
But they've turned and looked at the fight.
Excellent.
Fight, 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 fight.
Right. Okay. Well, if they've turned
that's a
away,
good
then I'm
time,
gonna. I will move and dash as much as I can towards this cluster.
You're not entirely sure you can even get there in a move and a dash.
Understood.
All right, let's see. So there's your move. There's your dash.
Okay.
And you are not stealthy. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching,
I have a +1.
The stealth.
ka-ching, ka-ching. But you also have disadvantage.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Uguay. The paladin just made a dash in his full plate across the field in plain sight of the orcs, who do seem to have turned to look back into the camp.
I'll take the same approach. I'll run behind him.
All right, I want you both to roll a stealth check. You with disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm setting DC at 5. All right, so 5 or better, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Except I got a 4.
You're within me. Do you add your D4?
Ooh.
Once per turn.
Victory.
When you pass, right? Because it's
Yeah, you'll get a pass.
Yeah. There's a 3.
So what happened was you started running, and then you heard Uguay following you behind you. You turn, and you are about to trip over this rock when Uguay said, "Watch it, rock!" And you, oh yeah, and you kind of did a pirouette around it.
Because I'm just that nimble.
Yeah, in your. That's something DCC did a little bit better, was penalties for full plate.
I didn't do much better at 8.
Well, you had to verbalize, right? Zurok.
So windy.
Okay,
She need pause.
so doing a quick scan, all the orcs are focused on this commotion, right?
Yep.
All right, I am going to cast message and target that guy because I think his back is mostly turned towards the captain there, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to cast message then and say to him, the captain's swinging his axe at you.
Okay.
Defend yourself.
And so with that belief, with that sense, with that spider tingle, right? He lets go of the captor and rolls away and draws his axe and faces the captain. But he sees that the captain has not drawn. I mean, he has his axe at ready, but he wasn't like in mid-swing.
Cocked back, right. So he's confused.
And he looks up. He looks like, "What are you?" Now, can you understand him?
I think so. What does tongues do?
it's saying you can understand them and they can understand you, but you're not speaking the same language.
Right.
All
But you
right.
can
So
understand each other.
you basically understand that the guy rolled away and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the other one looks like, "You're an imbecile."
Even though that he has a suggestion to defend himself from people turning on him?
from earlier.
Okay, things are getting deep, right? So
You can't just suggest to them to hit each other? Is it not that direct?
No, you have to inspire them.
Okay.
So you're hoping that these two would attack each other?
Basically, yeah.
Well, a challenge in my mind I'm having is this captain. No one's going to attack captain unless really provoked. So I'm going to leave it up to our favorite mythic, a fate check. But I'm going to say it's no way this guy's just going to attack.
The chaos factor should be high.
Yep,
right?
attack. We'll bump that up. Attack and 5, and
Favorable.
yes is favorable to you, to us. No, he doesn't attack. Anything else, Lauren? Ken?
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't think so for this turn. No.
That was Zurak. We're back to the top of the order with Darcel. So there's been some commotion, but it's not like the whole camp is imploded. At least not yet.
Yeah. Can you zoom out so I can see where I am? There's really no cover between me. Oh, well, there's a little. Where
So
am I?
you
I'm
are
back.
all the way down
I'm
here.
back here. Well, okay. Their attention is.
Well, their attention way up there is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys don't even care.
Oh, there's the cultists are there. Okay.
And I got 3 guys here that don't make. I got all these guys. Those.
Oh wow. Okay.
I would have 2 guards there, but I wouldn't have all these guys. Delete. These guys would be up here.
So you could at least make your way within these larger groves. I mean, you should be able to make your way from where you are to like this grove or something, because these are all reasonably tall.
Yeah. So I mean, do you advance?
Well, is that just a tree or is it like a bunch?
This tree?
Yeah.
That's a tree you can hide in. Anything that's not grass is something you can hide in.
Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll just move up to the next one. But
So you go up into this tree.
yep.
All right, you're in that tree, and first of all, you see this guard tower with a couple
Yep.
orcs on it. You also see this trio of warg riders that seem to be moving out into the field.
Oh, there's riders on them. Oh, okay. Okay.
That's just what you see.
Yep.
Anything else in your turn?
No,
Nala.
I'm still waiting for more
Nala, no.
chaotic situation.
All right,
break out.
Katota, we're back to you.
Get down.
Okay.
Nala. Come here. You said it.
Tal will move to the other
Yeah.
side of that little grove of
Lay down.
trees.
Here?
Yeah, to the other side.
Other side of it?
Yeah, just the 30 feet in that direction.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is like here. I'll measure it if you want me to. Yeah.
I was hoping to
I mean, you could be in it.
Yeah, that might be
I mean,
better.
you get here and then you kind of stuck into it.
Or the front side. Can you zoom out a bit and then go more towards?
So your starting spot is this plane right here, okay?
Yeah, I want this up, on it to see more up. Okay, what I want to do is set one of these tents on fire. Is what I'm doing.
Okay.
So, I'm going to shoot a fire bolt at the tent in the middle.
Like this one?
Yeah,
Nice.
Right? And you want to be in range, right?
yeah, it's 120 feet, so it should.
Yeah, plenty of range. All right, but the challenge is they're going to know that where that firebolt came from if anyone were to have noticed.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 2 plus 8, 10, but it's an inanimate object that doesn't have an armor class. So,
Yeah, but you didn't hit your target.
okay.
So that is where I roll one of these dice.
I mean, it's a 10. It's not terrible.
Are you within 30 feet of me?
10 to hit.
Question is,
No,
did you
he's
hit
anyone?
the tent
No,
next door, or did you hit the dude, or did it hit
Honestly,
the grass?
It doesn't really.
You're right. Armor class or something like that would be low.
Yeah.
There's no dexterity bonus. So a person without
Oh, it's an armor
dexterity
class?
it starts
Okay.
about, I think it starts at 12, but it's 10. I'll say you hit it.
Okay.
All right.
It's on fire.
It's on fire.
Nice.
Getting close to,
Wow.
anarchy. Or a pentagram, or,
No, you're not wrong.
So this one
The fire.
runs up, and so we got these guys running up for but this guy says "Ugh," and points towards you, and so these 3 orcs start heading your way.
Can they see me yet?
Not yet, because you're in cover.
Okay.
You're at least. So you did that, and as soon as you threw that firebolt and it hit, and you watched for it hit, you saw this fire, and you kind of locked eyes for a second. This one knows you're in there. The other 3 didn't see you, but said, "Hey, that came from over there. Go check it out." All right. So that's what's happened in my head, at least. All right. I think that's your turn.
I believe.
You've moved. You've taken an action, bonus action, if you want it.
Yeah, I want to see if I can make myself look like an orc, but I need to see if it's like an action or.
You work on that until your next turn.
Do you have
All
a
right.
vision?
What?
Do you have illusion?
Minor.
So like you could make yourself into cracking your body in half, throwing it on the ground. Then they
Lorne.
Eat it.
Uguay.
Right.
You guys conveniently have turns right next to each other.
Some of
Yeah,
them do
thanks for that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So what are the chances that these guys look all the way there? We're gonna make it pretty unlikely. Fate check. Very unlikely. Spotted. Chaos factor's up there. Yes is not favorable to
The
check.
tent just caught on fire.
Yeah, and the goal at the tent is also for like all the other orcs. That I'm sure they would see like the smoke coming up and like, okay, lots of weird stuff's going on. I'm not quite
And
sure what.
People are about to turn against me, and now what? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And look, they started my tent on fire.
Right.
Okay,
trying to burn the
so
evidence.
Lorne,
Yep.
Uguay,
They cooked.
you see off in the distance one of their some tent is just caught on fire.
Right.
Some orcs have run off into the field for some reason, while other orcs are starting to knock that tent down and to stomp it out.
Right. So Lorne is going to move in between these trees here.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, somewhere in there.
Yeah, but I want to stay as,
Like here?
Yeah. And then let's see. How's that work? Hang on a second.
Uguay, I assume you're keeping pace.
Yes.
How far am I from Ta?
A pretty long way.
Well, give me a
Yeah.
check. See,
That's like 80 feet.
80 feet. Okay, that's too far. All right.
I mean, you could be a little less, maybe 70 feet, but
Right. Okay. All right. That's not what I want to do. Okay, that's not what I want to do. All right. Let's see. What's this give me? That's not what I want.
You're on deck, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do at the moment. I'm not close enough to do something to aid him.
You look back at Uguay and say, "You got any ideas?"
To help. What's his name?
I don't know.
Any ideas?
It's
to
your
do
turn,
what?
man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just looking to you. What do you want me to do?
Well, my hope was we could help Ty out because he's got people charging in on him. I was going to try to do something, but I don't have the range to put to buff him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think there's really.
What do you want? Anything?
We could draw attention to ourselves, but that wouldn't be any better than what's happening for him.
We can all communicate telepathically. Todd would say, "Don't worry about me.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Get grog."
Right.
Got grog? All right, so anything?
Nope. I'm just gonna hold.
All right, that was Uguay. Zurwak.
Okay, I am going to start circling a little bit. So I'll just, if I can move my 25 feet in this direction.
Yeah.
And then as
I mean, you do see.
action,
I mean, some of the attention is to this dude here that's been accosted or grabbed. They're kind of wrestling there. You see that a tent has caught fire. You see some of a group of orcs have run off, and a group of orcs are kicking down that tent. So, just so you know what you see.
all right, so I would like to cast Mind Sliver on I think one of the three in this column.
Now you have a captain and two normal orcs.
Oh, let's go for the cap.
All right.
So he has to make an intelligence saving throw.
Now. All right, this is -2.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna fail.
Really.
So 11 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I'm going to use this shove ability, and I want to shove the orc. That one. I want to shove him 5 feet into these two people. So he needs to make a strength saving throw. And that one he actually has a chance to pass. That DC is only 18.
Yeah, and this is +3.
Nope.
Oh, but he fails. All right, so he's shoved 5 feet away from me. So he's, yeah. Nope, sorry, this guy.
Oh, I thought you were going for the captain.
Nope.
No. The captain was the psychic damage. This
Oh.
guy, because I want to shove him into someone else.
All right.
I'm trying to make them get angry at each other.
Yeah, I need to make sure I have them in the turn order. So, I have orcs are actually, I have a 3 on them, which is after you, Zuruk. So,
Fantastic. All right, that is a movement, action, bonus action. All right, we're good.
Good job.
all right, let's do some orky stuff. This guy pushes this guy, and then jumps on him, and this guy tries to break it up.
Even though his head hurts.
Yeah, and he's kind of looking around. This guy steps up and whacks this guy. Now this is a normal orc. Normal orcs only have 15, so he is going to let's see how his rolls are doing. Oh, not good. 7 and 3. As he's trying to knock him unconscious, doesn't want to kill him necessarily, but it does pathetic damage.
But does that force a check of that guy's? I
He
thought
didn't hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that didn't hit in a way that would cause damage.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying there was something in there I thought about if if the one who's been impacted by the spell.
The target takes damage. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but he didn't.
He didn't take damage.
Okay.
Now this
No,
one, this one with the Mind Sliver did take damage.
But he wasn't affected. This is the enemies abound.
Okay.
So it's just that one.
with the skull.
Yeah,
With the
but that is a good point. I'm pretty sure he does redo the save if any of my allies damage him. Let me check that.
Over here, this group has knocked down this tent and they're stomping on it. These guys.
Oh, that was a poor decision on my part. Okay, the spell actually ends for him.
15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Who's in there? I mean, I don't know if you understand Orc.
Nope.
Yeah. And there's someone shouting into the weeds at towards you. And
So
there's a
hold on, Ken. What did you say and why?
If me or any of my companions damage a creature affected by the mass suggestion, it ends for that creature. So the captain that I psychicked.
Oh.
I didn't think of that.
So the captain. The one I charmed though, I didn't
You didn't damage him. Nope.
Right.
damage him. He damaged himself.
yeah.
Stop hitting yourself.
So I feel like Ogrum here, this captain, after the Mind Sliver, and he sees these two kind of wrestling each other, grabs them by the scruff of their neck, right, the tunics, like right here, grabs them, starts shaking them, and then starts to look around, like what's going on? Like he feels like a fog of confusion has been lifted from him, and he feels like something's going on.
And the other guys who were paranoid, the 2 or 3 fights
Yeah.
that have broken out haven't inspired them to do anything?
Their captain's attacking them?
Well,
He's shaking them.
he grabbed them by their armor, right? Because the one flew into the other one pushed him back, and so like any captain would do is just breaking up the fight.
Right.
Oh, they're on edge.
Yeah, that's true.
There's definitely on edge. And I think these two have started to shove each other.
Once they're probably warmed up.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's intermission
All
time.
of them? Okay.
Definitely.
And this is a good time because it's the top of the order coming up next. Next up is he's serving us. So actually, Glenn, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You want to take your turn real quick? No.
where?
So you're way down here.
Yeah. It's not, the chaos I was hoping for is not busting out.
It's not quite.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the boar to dash into the middle of the little camp where the cultists are.
I'm gonna assume his speed is 30. This is a move, and this is a dash.
What here? Survey says.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
it's 40.
It's 40, so that's 80.
Quick little bugger.
All right, and so he would be in this arc, somewhere in here. He can get to this tree.
Okay.
I respectfully suggest you send him behind the trees so the archers don't nuke.
Into the trees.
It's his boar. I'm just.
Yeah. Do the guys in the guard tower have bows?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then
So do these guys.
Okay. So send him into the trees, but then I want him to go into the camp and
Yeah. So that's his turn.
cause trouble.
Now, absolutely, these guys saw him, and certainly this guy saw him. Okay. Katota. You have 3 orcs bearing down on you.
I think it's time for a fireball.
Oh, that wasn't what I was thinking. Don't damage any of the people.
Taz all by himself.
But they were not impacted.
Yeah, they
so-
were impacted by your spell.
Did you say it's time for a fireball?
Yeah, let him have his turn.
This is Ta.
Yeah.
It's what we did.
I'm just saying, do you say something in your mind or not?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
us.
Ta says, I think it's time for a fireball.
Okay. Now you guys, fair game. You can try to talk them out of it if you want. No.
3,
not yet.
2,
Not yet.
1.
Not yet.
Okay.
I like it.
So they have to do a dex failing throw
Where would you like to center it?
on them.
On these 3? Would you like to try and include these 2 on the
Yes.
guard tower?
Yeah, actually, yeah. And obviously not myself.
Right. So it's what's the radius?
20, so it's 40-foot circle.
It's,
20 radius.
20-foot diameter.
I'm
No,
working,
radius.
No,
I'm
radius.
working
20
on it,
radius,
guys. I'm
40
working on
circle.
it.
20-foot radius.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, to get those 3. I mean, you just barely clip
But,
this
but
guy.
is that 20 feet the radius or is that the diameter? Because if it's the radius,
Well,
I think that looks like a 40-foot.
yeah, okay. All right, I got it.
It's 40 feet.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just checking. I
No,
want you,
no,
I want
yeah,
you to get the
you're-
maximum
yeah,
benefit.
You're good, yeah.
fireball.
Fireball.
All right, dexterity saving throws for those 3, right?
Yep.
4. Caught this guy in the shoulder. No?
Sure.
He's in the blast radius.
But if there's
So
anyone
20.
if anyone saves, he saves.
1 passed. I think the other 3 failed.
All right,
that's
so
the guy at the tower.
guy in the tower passed, but it was close. He felt the wave come.
Yeah.
So he takes how much?
20 points damage.
Oh yeah, that puts them all down.
And there's a big mushroom cloud that gets everybody's attention.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
So did the guy at the tower? Okay, he saved, but does he take like half or
Oh right, he's supposed to take half, isn't he?
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, half as
10.
much on a successful. Yeah.
And how much was it?
20, so he takes 10.
All right.
And it ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. So like all
Oh, this guard tower is on.
guard towers on fire,
yeah.
the plants are on fire, that tree is on fire.
Yeah. Okay, that was Katota. Lauren, there is a mushroom cloud just over there.
Alrighty. Awesome. Then I will move and dash. See, I'm trying to get to Tubus. I'll
Stars?
No. Cake bomb.
kick balls.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. That's why they're out. April's a good cook.
Yeah,
She knows her way around the kitchen.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
Okay, Lauren is going to go move and dash as far as he can into this grove to get me moving towards Grog still.
All right.
So whatever my 60 feet.
Everybody wants ice cream?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. So that gets you well into that tree.
Yep.
Now, as you get about here, you look over and you can clearly see those 3 wargs.
Oh,
And I am going to do something
And you
about
get
that on my turn.
all right.
which he moved and dashes. Your turn now.
I'm going to move with him,
Yeah.
but not dash, obviously.
So you go about halfway,
And I am
which
going
puts you kind of out in the open.
Yeah. I think it's kind of jig is up, anyways. I'm going to cast.
Not necessarily.
Not for you guys.
Nothing. They have not seen anything tangible except that fireball.
How
They-
far am I from them?
I mean, they haven't seen you.
Pretty
I'm
good
just trying to
distance.
draw as much attention as I can.
I need-
Right, I know. You're doing
Yeah.
great.
It's only 100 feet.
We are the distraction. We are distracting.
I'm going to cast.
All of them are within 120.
I'm going to cast silence on them.
Nice.
Is that on them or is that an area of effect? I want to say
It's
it's
an area of
Area,
effect.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I could cast it on one of them. It says a point you
Yeah.
choose.
Yeah. Center on one of them.
Yeah. So the one in the front.
And what's the radius?
It is 20-foot radius. Thank you.
So it's like that.
We're having on the nice table. Okay.
All right. Now I want my other scoop of ice cream.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess be careful with the table.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ken.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see it.
Thanks for the pie, guys.
Happy born day to you.
Yeah, right.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Related though it may be.
I have a bunch of birthdays all like kind of in a row.
Yeah.
Was it apple? A peach? Apple?
Apple.
Pie.
Looking at my bonus actions.
Zurok, you're up.
Tasty.
All right.
Yep, you're up.
You fireball the wards?
No.
No. Silence.
Silenced on them, so they
Okay.
can't hear us running, or more importantly, Lauren.
And they can't
Clunk,
talk.
clunk, 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 clunk. Dinner bell, dinner bell, dinner bell.
Tankety, tankety, tankety.
Okay. I am going to cast message because a fireball just went off next to me. So I'm going to cast message on that captain and say the wizards are betraying you.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
There you go.
It's exactly what I was going for.
Got to whisper though. The wizards are betraying
Yeah.
us.
I whisper a message to the target within range.
Which one?
The captain.
This guy?
Yep. I'm saying the wizards are betraying you.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see. How do I handle that?
And then I would like to continue moving. 25 feet.
I think an all-out assault on the wizards is appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then bonus action.
I mean, the wizards just killed 3 of your people.
Exactly.
That ought to be enough.
Ooh, I can see. Is this tent still on fire?
So, I don't know what that ghosty thing is. But
That
this
disappeared.
tent. So that tent. No, I don't think so. I think by now a couple turns, all that take them
stomped
to
it out.
knock it down and stomp out the fire.
Okay. Then I will not
the
shove
tower-
him, but I shall
Oh.
shove.
Good point that Wes is bringing up. The tower is on fire.
And the trees.
Oh, that's a good point. But there's no person I can shove into the fire. That's the problem with the tower.
There's 2 guys on the tower.
There's 2 guys on the tower that are no.
Oh, that's one guy because you toasted the other guy. But that's good.
No,
How tall up is the
no,
tower?
that's not true. There's 2 guys on the tower, one of which has taken some damage.
Right.
Technically,
okay.
Technically, the tower's like that, right? So, but I'm struggling
how tall,
The
how
to-
high up is the tower?
Sure. 30 feet, 40 feet, something like that.
So that's too tall for my purposes. All right, I shall continue with this plan, and I'm going to shove that guy.
Wait a minute. They really built a 4-story tower,
I was thinking it's as tall as a house.
so that's
30.
Top 30.
okay. All right.
Top and
I felt like 40 was a bit much.
All right, 30 feet.
Does that
That
help?
gets you-
Ken?
Still a little tall.
Okay, just checking. Trying to do all I can for you.
Nala,
I think it's kind of above
down.
that treetop level.
go lay down.
Actually, I lied. I want to shove that
Get
guy.
out, lay down.
So he needs to make another strength saving throw.
Okay, against your what?
My whatever the telekinetic DC is, which is 13 plus 5, so 18.
Wow.
Nice.
And so he goes flying into this guy.
Yep. Well, 5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet. They were within 5 feet of each other. Okay.
He could willingly fail it if he wanted to.
I gave it to somebody.
He did fail it.
Well, but he could have willingly if he wanted, and save that 3 for another roll.
Oh.
But yeah, okay, that's it. Movement, action. All right. I think this is my last turn doing stuff productive here. I'm going to have to get out of here.
Oh.
Invisibility.
This was round 9, so I
Oh.
have through next turn, and then it's gone.
I thought you were saying you had to leave for some reason.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Nope. Invisibility. Okay. I've instilled as much chaos as I can this turn.
That was Katuta Lorne.
No, that was Zerwak.
That was Zerwak. Oh, Orcs time. Yeah, things have... So, it was this guy here was whispered... It's the wizards. And he turns around... He tells these guys, and they kind of throw him aside. He says, "The wizards are turning against us." And it's like, is that why we have this weird feeling? And he looks back at this guy. "Redeem yourself and bring me the wizard." He says, "Yes, blah blah blah. Yes, Meknok."
No,
And
that guy is still going to try to attack, right? Yeah, he's still going to want to attack at random the enemies abound guy.
I have that on this guy.
Yep. He'll pick him like I'm guessing like they threw him prone,
Yeah.
so he's gonna use half his movement, stand up, and then.
Oh, well, maybe he's talking to both these guys because this is the bigger guy. He's the guy that actually did some damage to him. And he looks at him and says, "Redeem yourself and go attack the wizards." Does he have to attack the closest person?
At random, from those within range.
Oh, well, then it would be one of these guys.
Yeah.
He gets back up and attacks this guy. Let's see how he does. Misses. That's too bad. This guy, he'll attack back. Does not miss. And so these guys start fighting again.
Now redo the. Let me check what the saving throw is.
Intelligence, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. Since he took damage.
Oh, you need to make a intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
This is -3.
Thought you said it was
9.
minus.
Intelligence was minus. Oh, it doesn't matter because I failed it anyway.
Yeah. It was a 16 to.
Yeah, the orc intelligence is -2 in this case. Okay. These guys are, and now Grog is looking around. He's confused and so everyone is going to move forward
That's
Towards the fireball?
that's a long.
toward the fireball, of course.
That's a long distance they just moved.
Oh, okay. Fair. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Like 100 feet.
Hold up.
So from here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 60. Yeah, but Zerwak, make a dexterity saving throw as orcs just came charging past you. Setting the difficulty class
Saving throw.
setting difficulty class at 10.
I have a 21.
Yeah.
I'm dodging, I'm weaving.
Yeah.
He's small.
Sorry, really, they just ran over me, and I just stood still.
These guys move forward. And let's see here. This is out. They're going to move to the other side. These guys are going to move out the other side. And these guys are all going to move out.
Are there no impacted guy? Well, it seems like we went from having upwards of 12 impacted to not many.
Fireball just not many?
From the earlier suggestion.
They're all there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I-
9, 10,
Okay, all right.
11. One of them is over
yeah,
here.
Yeah, right. Well, and one.
But yeah, there's still, because only one of them
Well,
has broken free due to misuse on my part.
And that's okay. Not worried about that.
And there's going to be a couple guys underneath there.
Yeah. Understood.
These guys. Now, the thing about the silence that's bugging me is the silence didn't happen until after the fireball.
Yeah. So they heard the fireball for sure.
So they would have turned and looked, right?
Yeah. But we didn't move until after the fireball.
Yeah. So Darcel. Mm-hmm. At first you thought, crap, they're going to chase after my boar. But then there was a fireball.
And that got their attention over there.
Yeah. And so these guys all turned. And now are heading that way. And you kind of hear them going, what?
And what about all these guys, these wizard guys hanging out over here?
Well, I imagine they kind of stepped over here. These aren't wizard guys. These are actually cultists.
Okay.
And they're kind of looking. Like, what the heck's going on? And these guys turn around and they go this way. See what the heck. And everyone's looking at this flaming space here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not your
turn yet. Okay.
Not your turn yet.
Yep. Okay.
I'm trying to think if I missed it. Those three died.
Right.
We're gonna move people up. They're bunching up for you.
The thought occurred to me.
All right. I think that's a reasonable term for them. Oh, let's do this.
Maybe we can just murder over them.
Yeah, we're going to end up murder hoping. We spent an hour and 20 minutes trying to finesse this. We should just lean into what we're good at.
Right.
Well,
They're just making it too easy. Like, come on, guys.
well, they haven't necessarily spotted you guys yet, right?
I know, which is awesome.
No,
Not-
but
not-
it's
no
just too
turning back,
it's
though.
just too easy. They're all grouping together. A nice little fireball, you know.
All right, we're to Darcel. Now the chaos has gotten to the level that you were kind of expecting.
So I told the board to go run into the camp.
Yes.
So
he's working on that.
He's going to keep doing it until I tell him different. So he's going to run and dash into the camp.
It's not like you have some mental connection with him, right?
No, but I told him go run around the camp.
I'm just saying, you can't change that command until you catch up with him.
Yeah, but what I told him was go run around the camp.
Oh, okay. So he goes out here.
I was thinking, yeah,
He wanted
those
amongst the cultists. There you go.
All right. Is that where you?
Yeah,
So
go-
when you say camp, I think the camp is
no,
here.
I meant
But you meant this camp
these
up here.
tents.
cultist
Yeah,
camp.
So he squeals up and goes through all these guys.
sure. Yeah,
80 feet worth.
yeah. So
You
he's go
go
around in
slowing
circles
down,
and yeah, just causing trouble.
Meat's back on the dinner bowl on the menu, boys.
These cultists kind of look at it like, What the heck is going on? They're not quite the orcish.
Yeah.
Right.
The fireball's probably a bigger concern,
Here
but
comes
still,
the
he's
first.
just-
Here
he's
comes
just-
our first challenge.
All right, so
Okay.
that's your
Okay.
boar.
There's 2 guys in the guard tower, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well,
And
I've
they
got
kind
my-
of they're
I've got my bow juiced up with ensnaring strike, so it wasn't intended for them. But what the hell?
yeah, they're up here.
It's already juiced up, and so my longbow goes 150 feet
Seems well within 150 feet, but
and
Done that.
is a
Yeah, thanks.
plus 10 to hit.
all right.
The one on the right, why not, of the 2. So it's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll work.
So 1d8 plus 3 for starters. So 10 points of damage to start with. And then the next time you hit a creature, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and the target must fail on a strength throw.
This is +2. 16. Probably passes.
It is 16.
Beats it.
Okay, so he is not restrained. While restrained, he takes. Okay, he was not restrained, so he's not taking the extra damage. Okay.
How much space has got the thorny whatever? Is it just that one guy? Probably.
Yeah, it's just supposed to wrap
All
around
right.
him, but he busted out of it.
You only get one attack.
But-
Shoot the other guy.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. I got two.
I was gonna say shoot the other one.
Same guy or the other guy?
Can I do a bonus action between my 2 attacks?
Not usually.
Okay. All right, then he's just gonna get a regular old shot as a 13.
So you feel like you might have normally hit, but because of the tower and with the natural cover it gives, you hit the side of the tower up near him. Doing.
Okay.
So that's bad news.
You get a D4. Oh wait, no, you're not near anybody.
The worst news is that the tail of that arrow is pointing right where it came from.
Yeah. Okay. And
Bonus action.
Action surge.
I could still move.
Well, it's up to you.
Out into
I would move.
You brought it up.
So, let's see. Oh, they would see me. How far is that next clump of trees?
This one?
Yeah.
65, just barely out of dash reach. Unless you have it heightened speed for some reason.
Which I do. I just got to see if I can do it. It says you can expend a charge. But it doesn't say.
So technically, from where your icon is right now, it's 75 feet to the edge.
It's a ranger. You get 80, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you're only 65 away.
Yeah, 80 gets you in there easily.
Yeah, normal. Your normal moving dash.
But you've already taken an action.
Yes, but my special boots can let me do dash as a bonus action.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So dash would be so I could do my normal movement and then dash.
As a bonus action.
Yep.
You didn't use your bonus action to do the ensnaring snipe.
No, I did that before, a couple turns ago.
Yeah, right.
So either does that really buy me anything? Well, I said it's cover, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It puts you closer to
It makes it harder for them to hit you with their arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Go up there and I use one charge of my special boots.
Katota. We haven't done any wild magic yet.
No, I've been rolling,
Okay.
and I haven't gotten a nat 1. And I haven't needed the
Chart.
advantage.
Okay. You've got their attention.
They're all so nice and.
Congratulations.
Where's Grog?
So back here somewhere, not that you would know.
I'm guessing he's probably
Yeah.
obviously like bigger than the rest.
Yeah,
He
but
has
he's
horns.
he is back a ways though. It's him right here,
And you don't know where Zerwalk is.
and you don't know where Zerok is.
Good point. That's a good reason
A
You
better,
message him.
not to
a better- yeah.
fireball.
Avoid the tower, or something, or
Are you clear of the tower?
go south, or something. Oh, he's up north. Oh, he's right in the blast radius.
Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to move and dash in this direction into the clearing,
really.
60 feet.
All right, so like here,
No, like 60 feet, like
Straight to the woods.
straight to the woods, like this.
no,
way.
like a little over. Like I want to be visible, but as far away from them as I can.
All right,
Like I want them to see me,
all right.
but I want to be as far away so that they hopefully won't catch up to me in one turn.
All right, this is 60 feet right there.
Yep.
Is that where you want to be?
Mhm.
All right. Here.
Yep.
And
All right,
then
you have at least this group here. They all see you. This group has to look through the trees. They're not really
Yeah.
gonna see you. This group here, yeah, probably. I mean, these three for sure. These three for sure. Absolutely see you.
And then I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy on myself, which makes my voice 3 times as loud. And then I'm going to start shouting in Draconic, because I know Draconic.
Okay.
And basically telling them, like, they're going to die. And, Draconic sounds really, really scary. They don't understand what I'm saying, but it doesn't sound good.
Well.
A draconic bugbear.
Yes.
Wow. Details.
Screaming.
You're trying to coax them into chasing you.
Yeah.
All right. So, I
Is
think
he though, or is this intimidation?
intimidation would be getting them to cower and run away.
Right.
This is trying to incite them to chase.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think this is a performance check.
Okay. I only have a +3 on performance. 16.
It's pretty good.
Best I can do.
Pretty good. Katota, that's your turn. Lorne, that idiot, chaotic guy just ran out in the open, started doing a song and dance in front of everyone.
Yelling at them in
I don't know if you speak Draconic, but
No.
it's like he's begging them to chase him.
Right.
Cause the new distraction, I say, in our minds.
I do if I heard him.
Yeah. Right. Well, heck.
Zerwalk does understand Draconic, so he's trying to get them to chase him.
Okay. I feel terrible that I'm not doing more in this
Oh, we just have to
particular
be
round.
patient. I
You guys
think
have,
like Grog
from
come
the
to us.
beginning, you guys have one job.
Yeah.
And that's to
Right.
get
Let
Grog.
Grog come to us,
That's, yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Okay,
That's what
Lauren
I'm
is.
saying.
Let's see. What am I gonna do? I guess I'm gonna hold because I got too many guys here in front of me. If I step out, I'm gonna have like 9 dudes on my head.
Oogway?
I'm gonna get into cover with.
Zerwak.
All right. So, question before I do something: this tent. Would
Yep.
it be possible for me to dive into it at the end of my turn and be like fully concealed?
You would have to. So, in my mind, the openings are facing each other. So you'd have to crawl underneath it. So these are not modern day sealed tents, right? So you
No.
can crawl under the edge if you
I'm
wanted
guessing
to.
it's probably just like 2 flaps.
Head around.
Like,
Well, the flaps would be on the other. I'm saying are on the other side.
or on the other side. Oh, yeah. Okay.
But there is no bottom. I guess I'm saying.
Right, no floor.
It's an animal hide.
Yeah.
And draped over a
draped-
pole.
Right.
So if you want to crawl under it, someone might see the flap move, or you can
Yeah,
run
I
around.
think that's fine. That'll be my end goal here. All right. So action. I'm gonna do another message to that leader.
To the one that about the magic user.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to say one of them's trying to escape. You should kill everyone who's not
I
going fast
hate
enough.
pronouns. One of the magic users is trying to escape. One of who is trying to escape?
I will leave it ambiguous. One of them is trying to escape.
Keeping in mind that the last thing he said was
Is
the wizard or the cultist.
Okay. So you're using your magic to do a persuasion, really.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So give me your persuasion check. Go ahead and use your. You have advantage because everything chaos going on here.
Oh, 17?
Yeah, it's pretty good. He seems well motivated.
Alright.
And then for your movement, you're gonna move into this tent.
Yeah, but first, bonus action. I want to try to shove this guy into the path of these guys running.
So
I'm assuming they're going to turn and run, so I want to try to put an obstacle in their way.
Okay. Roll your strength check.
No, it's the telekinetic. So
Yeah,
he
it's a
does the
magic
saving
shove.
throw.
He doesn't need to be close to him.
Oh yeah, he fails. Oof.
Okay.
Gives you a certain distance.
5 feet, and then I dive into the tent because my spell is going to wear out at the end of this turn. Or start of my next turn.
Okay.
Alright.
That was Zerwak. Orc's turn. Oh boy, so much to move. Let's see. We got these guys that seem to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move and dash as they are heading toward the magic users. And as they did, they started over here somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't really. I was gonna have them bring people, but there was no people for them to grab on the way. Let's see here. Captain, you get 2 rolls. Neither of them are very good. These guys, you get 2 rolls. Neither of them very good.
Well, the good news is they're still under the mass suggestion.
Yeah.
These guys each get a roll. Well, these are actually supposed to be +5s. So they probably hit each other. So your guy with your special thing got hit again. Does he need to make another save?
Yeah, if
Boy,
he takes damage. Yeah.
the damage is pitiful. A 1 and a 2. Oh, modified by their strength, though. Modified by the strength. So that would have been +3 each. So a 5 and a 4. So what do they need to roll?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, this is -2.
Just the one guy.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Way fail.
That'll fail.
So they're getting bloody. These guys are moving up.
Was hold person part of your? What you were
He
playing?
does
It's in
have-
my
Okay.
repertoire.
Yeah.
Once we can get okay.
These two attack each other. Wrong numbers.
$60 feet.
Okay.
One hits. +3. 4. Alright, that's there. These 2 archers are gonna shoot their longbows at you.
Tal will laugh at them as he hopes he doesn't get hit.
2 natural 20s. No.
I was like, wait a minute.
One was convincing.
So an 8 and a 13 doesn't hit, does it?
What is my armor class?
It's more than 13.
15.
Yeah. Thoing, thoing.
Well, you know they saw you.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
You think you can take me? He yells in Draconic.
Yeah, they would stay out of the fire.
So, how close are they to me? Those guys close to the tree.
15 feet.
Eyes on the prize.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Cannot afford to give up our position at this point.
That's good improv, though. If they're not going to fight each other, at least.
Get them out of there.
Everyone's just advancing.
Where's Grog?
He's still
He's still in
closest
the
to the
back.
fire. Yeah.
That's over here. Now over here, these two are going to shoot at you in the cover. And they go and to the dragon cultist, and they point at you in the cover. And so we got 2 shots with disadvantage. So with disadvantage for the first one, 2 disadvantage for the second one, a natural 20 and a nat 1.
Ow.
But
He hit the tree dead center.
twang, twang. But these guys all move up.
Hold very still.
Parlay.
Hold very, very still. Remember?
Yeah,
You got
right.
that super stealth.
Yeah,
Very,
if
very
I
still.
spent 10 minutes getting ready for it.
Mask of the Wild.
Oh, you have to.
That's
which
how
one?
it works.
Your boar is still running around their camp.
Yeah.
Squeeze, squeeze.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a distraction.
Yeah.
If I spend a
He's been-
minute getting ready with my camouflage and then I hold still, I can blend in. I did not do
So
that.
did
no.
the silence goes with those.
Your boar has
Wargs,
been
right?
upstaged a
Does
little
it?
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
'Cause that's why I
master.
put it on the warg.
Okay.
As long as the wargs stay within 20 feet of each other, they can't hear anything else going on around them.
Oh, I haven't moved them this turn though yet.
Sorry. I just keep hitting it. It just keeps going more and more.
See, that's just foreshadowing for more fireballs.
Yeah.
Just keep putting more circles out.
Think of war games.
Yeah, right. Missile command, right?
Yeah, Mystical Man.
This one goes this way, but these two are going to go this way.
Cutting across.
Look out, Tom.
Man, you're a lightning rod. You're getting the whole.
And
They're
for a
all-
moment, it gets definitely quiet around me.
Not quite. I thought it might hit you, but
Did you cast it on yourselves or?
I cast silence on the pig, on the warg. So it travels with the warg.
Oh, this is the one you cast earlier.
Yeah, earlier.
Okay. Oh, I got the wargs on me too. Okay.
Yeah, coming fast.
Well, see, if I'd been a little more patient, I could have just. They probably would have gone too, but now I got.
A wall of cultists in your grill.
all right. I think that's their turn though. And that's the end of the round. I think this is a good stopping point.
I agree.
Okay.
For,
Gives me a
okay.
week to think about.
Yeah. Are these guys in base contact with me? Or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This certainly these front two.
Okay.
Yeah, they dove into that bush.
Wall of
This-
what? Put a wall up.
No, it's just a matter of if I just book it, do they get opportunity attacks? But that might,
Yeah.
considering there's 6, 7 of them, that might still be the best
They look
move.
a lot like Nazgul. And just like them all in a line is very. And there's how many of them?
Oh yeah.
7 of them.
So we're both out next week, right?
Yes.
So we take.
Yeah, so I think we'll take next week off.
Oh, so-
You're gone the next week? Well, potentially. No? Your parents are in town the
Yes.
first.
He's out. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we can.
No, I know this is a tricky spot. Well, I guess
Well-
if you're just running. Get that.
Yeah, what is your intention?
Run,
Yeah,
Forrest!
you flare.
I had two ideas. One is fireball, obviously.
Oh, yeah, you're getting them all nicely bunched up.
Right,
Yeah,
it's like,
when in doubt.
you know, okay, stand in a big group.
Find a
Like,
nice choke point.
I mean, right there, fireball and
Fireball's going to be very effective on common orcs, but these captains, they're something else.
Yeah,
fair,
but still.
fair. The other idea was to run into the woods and turn into a potted plant.
Maybe an
And then they
unpotted
all
plant.
and then they all run past.
All right.
That was, yeah.
In 2 weeks, that's what we'll do.
Okay, yeah.
You get one fireball, you run into the, and then you can pot a plant, and then we will be able to continue our night without you.
Yeah, and I think that would be good because that'll be the chaos and set up the stage for you guys to, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, fun night, guys.
Great. I
This
like
was
it.
good. Yeah, this was good. I know.
A little bit of a heisty thing going on.
Yeah, I would think probably next turn. Probably, well, I don't know if you would do fireball or not. I'll let you guys decide in 2 weeks on that.
No, that is
He
your
would do
decision.
a fireball.
That is your
Yeah,
decision.
okay.
We're not making that decision for you.
Well, I guess I'm concerned about the wargs who are approaching fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking on next turn he may just
Book it.
book it
Might be the safer thing to do.
in potted plant. Because otherwise the wargs are going to be on top of him and then he can't escape.
You can get to this tree in one turn.
Yeah.
Now, move and dash gets you in that tree. And do you need action to do your pot?
I don't know.
It seems like it has. Most wild shapes take at least a bonus action for like a druid to wild shape.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look back at my
So,
notes. I
but-
don't remember what we.
You're gonna move into that tree and you're gonna turn it into a potted plant.
Yeah. Okay.
With or without the fire.
No fireball,
Yeah, because then the wargs would have caught up.
because then he wouldn't be able to dash.
That too.
He can only move. Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay.
How often can you change your?
Ending stream.